as well as West Washington with only the one game against Eastern, a 20-16 win down there to start the year off. But Brad, another a tough opponent here tonight. Valley, like we said, undefeated. They've been able to put up a lot of points, and I think we're in for a pretty good ball game here this evening.
On the second part of that, not only able to put up a lot of points, but no points given up in the past 2 games, 10 total on the year. So that's a very good average when you look over a 3-game spread. They've been victorious over Eastern Green, Mitchell, and then last week Edinburgh, which was a very late add in the week.
They had to add them, I think, due to the COVID, and lost the game there. But
the Orange Bowl was canceled because of that.
Yes,
them and Paoli, which I did not realize till after I talked to Coach Lowe, which we'll hear in a minute. In his first year, starting off, if you want to start off a career, you want to start off like that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a great start in his first year there at Valley, doing great things with this team, and he's got himself a pretty good football team, I believe, and we'll get an opportunity to see that here tonight. And if you're West Washington, as we've talked about in that first broadcast, you got a young team, a lot of young kids in important roles, but I thought the Eastern game, the big thing that I took away from that was the fact that the young kids from West Washington held their composure, throughout that game. Eastern rallied a couple times, had some big, long drives against the Senators, but the Senators were able to rally and hang on to that and get the win there to open the season. And, I really felt like the West Washington defense kind of come into its own in the second half of that game. Ethan Roberts, I thought, played extremely well in that second half defensively for West Washington. And, we're going to need him here tonight defensively. And that's one thing. Our defense likes to fly around. Coach Gibson does a great job with them, as we've seen down at Eastern. After that first half, he made some adjustments, and the kids responded well. And, these young kids, they haven't lost a whole lot of ball games, and that's one thing we were talking about, and you mentioned before we went on the air. During the Philip Bousman era, the Senators never lost to Springs Valley. So
going back to 2006, we were talking about how many different presidents we've had since then.
A lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened since 2006. I was in my first year of contracted teaching, and it's crazy when you think about that. So if you look for any motivation from the Black and Gold tonight, they've got it here. They are going to be coming with a full head of steam. I mean, this is one that they want to get that proverbial monkey off their back. And I tell you what, you look at some of the athletes they have and how they've struck West Washington in the years. Now, I will say this. In my 3 years here at West Washington, something I've always seen is Springs Valley is a completely different team than here.
Absolutely.
Something about the aura of Arch Sanders Field here, I don't know what it is. We're able to always kind of be a little better here, but when we go to Valley, I don't know, it's like maybe we're thinking too much about the casino next door than winning a football game.
Well, I think you made a great point about Arch Sanders Field, and I called several games here over the years, with the other team that I used to represent, and it was the same way for them. There's just something about playing here, and there's a lot of confidence on this field for West Washington. They've had a lot of success here and a lot of wins, and I think these kids, like we said before, they're used to winning, and that's something that kids get used to doing that. It's they refuse to lose, kind of. So that's been a great thing, and they'll have to do that here tonight and play well against a very good Valley team. And
Coach Jason Lowe and this group that he has this year, we talk about knowing how to win. This is a group that's went through a lot, and they've only gotten better as the years went on. So that's something I try to always, you fear none, but you respect all is what I've always been told. And if you have to respect what they've done. They're a group that is stuck together behind quarterback. I want to call him Kid Chase, but his name's Cannon Chase.
Yes, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough tonight for both of us.
Both number 22, so we're good there, and that's why Ken wears 22 as quarterback. He told me that, and I believe they're cousins. I believe is the actual thing there. So how cool is that these two cousins get to square off here, and an early PLAC matchup, which we'll see how that all shakes out with COVID this year. It's always a battle to see games rescheduled and everything. We're scheduled to go next week to Ramland up there in Paoli on the hill, and so we'll see how that works there. As a homecoming part 1 for Coach Lowry there, as we go on that, and we look at that staff. What have you really seen from this group with his mentality? We've seen him only a week, I know, but what have you seen in them taking on that coach's personality?
Well, knowing Coach Lowry pretty well and being around him, for several years when he was at Salem, Jeremy's a winner. He's the kind of guy, and he inherited a great staff here. I mean, Coach Bousman had set up a great staff here at West Washington, and it couldn't be an easier transition, I don't think, for Coach Lowry coming in here with that staff, and that staff knowing these kids, and that's a big, huge component, I think, is, when you come in as a new coach, sometimes it takes you a little while to learn kids. You know how that is as an educator. It takes a while to learn kids' personalities, not just on the football field, but as a whole. So I think that's something that gives West Washington an advantage in a guy like Coach Lowry that comes in with the seasoned staff that he's had or they've had here. It's an easier transition for him because he's got those guys to help him understand the personalities that are on his football team.
One thing I do think that's really going to be against the Senators tonight is 2 weeks with no practice.
I worry about that
so
myself.
we're coming back. You're coming back with basically 4 practices.
Yep.
Let's be honest. You have a walkthrough, so and maybe about 3 practices now. As much as when we were remote as we could. I know these guys were working out and stuff, but when you don't have that day-to-day grind, I won't. If I was them, I'd be very happy because that was the hottest weather we've had all year.
Yeah, they did miss a couple of hot weeks, and that was a great point, but. Like you said, limited practice time. I know they put in some new things for tonight.
Yeah.
That I think, Coach Lowry there again. Jeremy's a student of the game, and he's a guy that studies things and knows team strengths and weaknesses, and I'm sure that him and the staff have put together a great game plan here tonight.
He is a coach. Is he someone who likes to make a lot of adjustments? Like when he sees something, he's not like committed to like running. Like I'm gonna open up because I'm very excited to see what Valley has done. Maybe under some the classic Valley look at their offense, but you see some of these points and stuff they're putting up. That means they're playing to their strengths, which honestly I think there's been they've been kind of held down a little bit over the past couple years by trying to stick to tradition. I think they're going to have some different look offense for the Blackhawks.
Very well could have been, and I think Jeremy's the kind of guy that he's going to adapt to what he's got, and he knows that, and he knew coming in that West Washington was graduating a great senior class. Probably one of the best in history over here, and he knows that. So I think he's worked with the kids and seen them enough over the summer. He knows what he's got. He knows what he has to do to try to win football games, and I think with that staff around him, that's something that they can do going forward for sure.
Well, we're here on the Sullivan Financial Consultants of Raymond James, Jamie Sullivan pregame show here. Man, that's a mouthful, but we got it in there for Jamie, my former freshman basketball coach.
There you go.
There at Crawford County. So glad that he is one of our sponsors that we have tonight, and we're going to hear from a lot of them. Bubba, we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to try. Mr. Akers, Craig Akers, is remote tonight.
Yes, he is.
So COVID strikes again with us, so he's remote. But I tell you what, he's on my phone. So if you want to complain about the camera work tonight, Bubba, please. At me.
I would never complain about the camera work. As long as you keep the camera off me. I got the face for radio.
Yeah, we are definitely like that.
Not the face for TV.
So I'm going to try to play this, and it's the interview with Coach Jason Lowe. Now, we talked about his first year with the program. It's not his first year with the program. He's been here for like 16-plus years.
Yes.
And a great student of the game, a great connection to West Washington. Philip Bousman, his brother-in-law.
Absolutely.
And I'll be honest with you, something I told him off air. I said, Philip always told me you should be the head coach over there. And he said he was waiting for you to take the reins, and so
well, it became truth.
Yeah, so
that's what happened.
That's so good to hear, and I know he's got some young kids in the program there. So and that's where our youth will travel tomorrow to play over there. So it's great the PLAC getting back on. So we're going to press this coach's interview, and let's hope it works, folks. And you're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
Welcome to the West Washington Livestream pregame show. I'm sitting here with Springs Valley head coach Jason Lowe. Jason, we've talked about how this year's been a little bit unpredictable for you guys, but you've been able to right the ship. You guys are sitting at 3-0. How do you guys feel right now, and what should we expect out of you this Friday night?
Well, we've dodged some bullets. We've had our share of quarantines and dealing with COVID ourselves and not knowing who you're going to have and when you're going to have them. And then, of course, just had to reschedule a game last week. So, we're not really any different from anyone else in that regard. Thankfully, the guys that we do have that have stayed healthy have shown up each day. And, we've tried to come in and build this thing from the ground up from a fundamental standpoint. And, that hasn't changed with each passing week or each game or each outcome. So we'll keep doing that, and hopefully, we'll be a little more disciplined and a little more fundamental this week than we were the week before.
So you have a great group of young men in your upper class that have really I've been able to see through my time of doing games. They've just gotten better as they've gotten more experience. They were kind of trial by fire, as sophomores and freshmen even getting thrown in there. So who's going to really shine for you this Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, I talk about they were baptism by fire from the get-go. But Cannon Chase and Connor Grimes are two that get a lot of the attention, and rightfully so. I mean, they've had a good start to the season, but there's a lot of guys there that you don't get to see. Travis Bell, Mason Chaplin, and Hayden Lynch, Chris Houchins. Those are seniors that have been starting up front for us. Landon Ball's another senior that's been getting some time in there, and then Josh Funturi's another kid that's battled injuries the last 2 years and, back for his senior year and is really our defensive quarterback, so to speak, and just takes a lot of pride in his role there in the middle of our defense. And Wyman Smoot, Elijah Dixon are guys on the back end there that have been making plays for us and they've just been solid players. And again, Wyman's another guy that you've probably seen around for another, the past couple of years, and they've had some growing pains, so to speak, but so far they've been able to stay healthy, and like I said, their work ethic's been second to none. So hopefully they can keep things going.
Well, we should have some great weather, which will. I won't lie to you. Usually with Springs Valley in West Washington, you can agree with me. It's usually pretty horrible weather. So
we've had a lot of rain lately, yes.
So I'm very excited to see we're going to have some good weather there. We know one thing for sure: somebody with the quarterback's last name Chase is going to win this game Friday night. So, and number 22.
Two Chases, both number 22. We'll put another Chase on the field in Connor Chase, who's been kind of a do-it-all guy for us. He's been out there on our defense. And been spelling us a little bit on offense too, but there's going to be some talent there within that family, and I'm sure some competition as well.
With some bragging rights at Thanksgiving there, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's usually how that works.
So who are we looking for? If you're talking to you guys from Springs Valley, who have you guys really keyed in on us here at West Washington and the Senators? Who do you think you have to stop in order to gain a big victory here?
Well, I knew when Coach Lowry took this job that, if he was going to come in and run the flex bone, that he had the three guys to do it, and Kenton Chase and Ethan Roberts, and then, of course, Roper McFeeters. So those three guys are no surprise. And, they're going to be three of the most athletic and probably the fastest guys we've seen all year. We know that. So we're going to have to be very disciplined in the way that we defend West Washington, and we know that those three guys are game breakers and they're big weapons.
Well, Coach, I can't thank you enough for taking time out. We got a real busy schedule, like we said, these weeks. Labor Day seems like it's even shorter for us to get started, and I'm really glad to see that we'll be, God willing, able to play this on Friday night as we record this on a Wednesday. So best of luck to you, and we will see you here in Campbellsburg on Friday.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is Phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
Welcome back to West Washington Livestream alongside Bubba Avenant. I am Brad Mills, and we are here at Art Sanders Field, like we said, for week 2/4 for the Senators, and getting ready here. We're countdown to kickoff here on the Jamie Sullivan Raymond Financial Consulting pregame show. 10 minutes to go. We'll step aside at 5 for our national anthem here at the stadium. Like I said, I'm doing triple duty. I'm doing camera work, talking, and now I've been promoted to play the national anthem. Not sing it, thank God.
Well, I'd like to hear you sing it. I think everybody out there listening would like to hear you sing it.
I tell you what,
well.
I've got a face for radio and a singing voice for the shower. So
I hear you. Just real quick before we talk more football, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Lowry family. Losing Marie this week, and Marie was a lady that done a lot of things in the Washington County community. I was fortunate enough to serve with her for a couple years. We were on the Salem School Board together, and Marie was just a great person, and more than that, she just done so much for kids. That was a big thing that stood out in my mind. I mean, for years through her sponsorship with McDonald's, she done so much for the community, and our thoughts and prayers out to the Lowry family here this evening. And I know it's going to be tough for Jeremy here tonight, but one thing about football, it's a lot like life, and there's ups and downs, and I'm sure that the Lowry family is a football family, so that they're used to these kind of things, and it's never anything that's easy, but I know it's been tough for them the last couple of days, and our thoughts and prayers with them.
The game of football, like all sports, is a distraction as we come up on September 11th tomorrow, where we had to set aside for a couple days there, and we talk about how it held us as a country, sports did. So, sports here on a scale of that for the Robleski family and the Lowry family here, that'll be a great little time, because, hey, it's a football family, and Coach is going to pour his heart and soul into whatever he does here, and he'll set another high jump record tonight, probably, hopefully, in a good sense for us.
Absolutely.
And I know that Maria I met only twice, but my cousin Eric Mills, who's a policeman here in the county, wrote a very beautiful Facebook post about her.
And she was very dear, I think, to Eric's heart with her work with Shop with a Cop over the years, and she just done so many things. I mean, we could take up the entire broadcast talking about what Marie Lowry meant to the Washington County community as a whole.
Well, and that's one of the great things. I mean, people ask me, why Washington County, live here. This is why. It's a great place to grow up. It's a great place to raise a family, and we got a lot going on. Lots of games here in the county going around. The Lions are over at Brownstown, and then I believe Eastern's at Silver Creek. Yeah, so they've got some grinders going on there as we look around, and we'll go through the Salem Sports Card Show halftime scoreboard board. Somehow I'll get all those scores.
Yeah,
first.
You get it in there.
So if you want to text me and you're listening to this, text me some scores about right before halftime. That would be so awesome.
We'll try to keep scores going, and you can text my phone as well. And I know a lot of people listening out there. They'll text scores during the night, and we'll try to keep those to you as well, and other action going on around the area. But we got West Washington and Springs Valley here tonight. We've talked a lot about Valley, and the big thing you mentioned too as well, that their defense is only given up the 10 points on the year, and that was in the first game against Eastern Green, and last 2 games have been shutouts for them. And the big thing is that they'll play a 4-3, 4-4 style defense most of the night, I think. You'll see their ends pretty much are ends that are standing up on the end of the line of scrimmage, and their linebackers like to shoot the gaps, and that's something that the West Washington offensive line is going to have to pick up as the night goes on offensively, because they like to stunt things defensively with their linebackers. So that's going to be something we're going to have to watch for. Also 32, we talked about him. He's a big player on offense, Connor Grimes, but he's also a big player on defense. He plays at the free safety position, and he'll be all over the field. So we'll have to watch for that as well.
We're going to step away for our national anthem.
Here at WWSR, we have all the hits from the 80s to today, while also rocking out with some of the classics. There are also exclusive interviews with some of the West Washington's head coaches during their seasons, breaking down the best of the upcoming matchups. And there's more programming to come, so stay tuned, with WWSR being available on the school website, Alexa, or your favorite device. And for those interested, sponsorship slots are available.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build. In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
All righty, we are live back here at Art Sanders Field alongside Mr. Mark Bubba Abbott. Do I have to call you Mark Bubba Abbott?
No, you do not. You can call me anything you want. Just don't forget to call me if they're giving away ribeyes.
Okay, there you go. I didn't know if when you got in trouble, like with Mom, was it Mark?
Even my parents did not call me Mark a whole lot. When they got mad at me, they would. But other than that, it was always Bubba. So
there you go. So
that's fine. Yeah.
Good deal to have as we get ready here for kickoff. And hey, Mark. Bubba, let's look real quick. Look, we got fans coming in. This is great. We're gonna have fans.
Atmosphere.
Beautiful atmosphere. Beautiful night. My view's better. Sorry there, Mr. Akers, as you are at home. He has the whole setup there, set up and ready to roll.
Yes, he does. And he is a professor. I tell you what, he
is the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention.
He is a wizard.
The man behind and you'll notice the scoreboard there. We've got it. So we've had some minor scoreboard issues here today, thankfully.
Yes.
Their play clocks, if you'll notice here at the game,
not working.
One of them is down. We'll have one in, I believe, the north end zone.
I guess it would be the
north. Let's go south end zone because the north
end zone. Actually.
Over near Mr. Akers' room there, and so we'll be here live and having a lot of fun here as we get going. This is going to be a battle. I thought when I saw Springs Valley come out, they had a lot of guys, and I saw we have a lot of guys too. So for two single-A schools, this is a good problem to have.
Yes, it is, and good numbers for both squads. And the captain's out at midfield now, as you can see on the camera.
Van Cleve, and I believe that's Holloway.
Holloway out there as well. So looks like the officials are going to make the call, and Valley did win the toss, it looked like, but deferred to the second half. So Senators will receive. They'll get the ball here first, and I think that's good for us. I think if we can go out there and move the football on their defense and get some confidence in these young kids, get our young quarterback going, things will work out well for the Senators here tonight.
If Kid and Chase has an easy start like he did last game where a simple handoff was all that he had to worry about,
Yeah, hopefully our backs will get going here, and Roper and Roberts, they're quite a tandem, and if they get things rolling here, they're kind of hard to stop. So we talked about the Valley defense. They're going to throw a lot of different things, I think, at the Senators here. So we'll see how this one gets underway as we're ready for the kickoff, and West Washington will send their receiving unit out onto the field. It looks like 24 Roper McFeeders will drop back deep, along with 33 Grayson McCoy, and also Kenton Chase back there as well for the Senators here. As
Griffin McGee for the Blackhawks is going to be kicking off there. The junior, he's labeled just as kicker, so he is he is typically.
And that's unusual at a 1A school. We've talked about that. Hopefully down the road here we can develop some kickers. I've got a freshman that's working on that now. Camden, my youngest, he's done a little
trying to find a way to get on the field.
Well, he's done a little bit of that over the years, and
there you go.
So that's something we've been working on. But definitely something at a 1A school you don't see a whole lot, just a single kicker. So we'll get things underway as they kick it off here, as he'll drop back to put the ball in play. As McGee will approach it, it's a deep kick going towards the sideline over there. It's going to take a bounce and go out of bounds. So it's going to get West Washington the football out at the 35.
Grayson McCoy was waiting for it. It took a what I guess you could call a Springs Valley bounce there, and that makes my heart just like boom, boom, boom. And then
you always want to, kids got to cover the football, but McCoy was very alert, watched the ball, went out of bounds. So the Senators will start 1st and 10 at their own 35 as we get this football game underway. Kenton Chase will bring the offense out onto the field here, and we'll get things set in the backfield as the Senators come out. Tight formation up front out of the gun, as Chase will step back there to take the snap on 1st and 10. He'll set a man in motion. He'll take it, turn, hand it off. McFeeters out of the backfield. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sideline and all the way out into Valley territory at the 42-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. So a great run to start the game there by McFeeters, as he takes it 10, 20, about 23 yards for that first run of the night.
And Cannon Chase saving the day there as the deep safety there. And we saw real quick they were able to pick up that blitz and found a little daylight, and that's all usually McFeeters needs. Look at the tempo here, Bubba.
Yes, sir. 1st and 10. It looked like somebody jumped, but they don't get a whistle or a call here, and it's just right up the middle as McFeeters actually bulls over. Or actually, that was Roberts, I believe, on 25 breaking through there as Roberts picks up close to another first down. A gain of 9 there by Ethan on his first carry. And the Senators moving the football here. 2nd down and 1 now.
This would be very huge for the Senators, something that Valley has not seen all year. A team drive it down on the first drive and score on them here.
Our line doing a great job up front. Chase out of the gun once again. Here comes a snap. Handoff goes to McFeeters. He takes it off the right-hand side this time. Good for a first down. Another gain of about 4 yards for Roper.
And, Bubba, that's one of those plays that you don't have to get. You get the first down.
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's kind of like that little cherry on top of a sundae. It's sweet, and it's all you need.
And how about our big guys up front? That time they went up behind the sophomore J.G. Cruz. Nice block up front by J.G. opening that hole for a first down. 1st and 10 Senators at the 29 of Springs Valley. Snap will come. Chase will take it out of the gun. Roper again up the middle. He breaks a tackle and finally pulled down by number 42, Jack Dalton, for the Blackhawks. But another great run by McFeeters and another 7-yard pickup there by Roper.
And you look at those legs. You keep those legs churning, and that's something you're hungry. We talk about the weight. Roper's been ready to run, so maybe he's got 2 less weeks on the tires there. Let's see.
Out of the gun here on 2nd down and about 4. The snap will come. This time Valley with penetration, as we talked about those linebackers, and that time Xander Cook shot through that gap there in the B gap and just come through and smoke McFeeters at the line of scrimmage, a loss of about 2.
Laren Childers also on there. He read that, and so he had the cutback lane taken away from McFeeters, so then he just gets consumed inside of there.
So that loss on the play will be let's call it a loss of 3 there on the run, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 now at about the 24-yard line of the Springs Valley Blackhawks as West Washington on this opening drive. No score here in the first quarter, 10:06 to go. And the Senators facing a 3rd and 5 now as they set their offense here. Look to the sideline for the play.
And we saw a little McCoy in for McFeeters. He's on the sideline there getting seen by the trainer there real quick.
Roper come out, but
so Grayson McCoy in, so they'll go to the T backfield there.
Yep, split backs in the backfield. Chase on the snap, hands off Roberts, and he takes it off the right-hand side, breaks another tackle, and the ball come loose. But I think he was down as he rolled over the tackler there. His knee hit the ground, so it'll still be Senator ball.
Ethan kind of came up with a big swim move like you would see on the defensive end, and that's where that ball, and that may have been what happened against Eastern. He's trying to get those other yards, and you have that 5 points of protection. Well, when you're in varsity ball, he's got to learn. It's got to be 10 points.
Got to cover that thing up. We've seen him fumble it 3 times in that first game against Eastern. 1st and 10 now for West Washington inside the 15 at about the 12.
Great call.
And they jump off sides. That's going to give them 5 yards right off the bat. Good job by the line up front of the Senators as they held their ground, and Valley was coming. They brought the house. And I think now would be a good time to try to get something maybe wide, because their linebackers are shooting the gaps real heavy up the middle. And the Senators doing a nice job there. So 1st and 5 now inside the 10 at about the 9. And they'll spot it here. Senators knocking on the door here in the first quarter with 9:04 to go. No score here from Art Sanders Field.
Jackson Cameron out wide there, and in the slot position there is Wyatt Johnston. So
McFeeters back in as well. He come back in. They'll
Johnson
set a
in
man.
motion.
They'll
There's
go
the
wide. Pitch goes out to the outside, and he's going to get it in.
Wyatt Johnston.
As Johnston takes it in for a 9-yard touchdown score. and the Senators go up here 6-0 in the first quarter, and a great opening drive, Brad.
Yep. And Bubba, I don't know if Valley had Wyatt Johnson anywhere in any of their scouting. And he's a kid who's his first year getting in the ball here, which we've needed him. He comes through and makes a big play there. He's a kid I begged to play, and I'm glad he is out there. He adds that little extra, pizzazz that this team needs.
Yes, he does, and he gives them a spell, too, in that backfield. They'll go for two as they hand it off to Roberts. And he rumbles in. I believe he scores, yes, as he takes it in for the 2-point conversion. So here in that first quarter, the Senators lead at 8-0 over the Valley Blackhawks here, as West Washington on the board first.
A great running attack. We're going to step away here with the Senators leading 8-0 here with 8:45 left in the first quarter. We're going to go away for a quick commercial.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
Back live here at Art Sanders Field alongside Mr. Bubba Abbott. I'm Brad Mills. Mr. Holloway getting ready to kick off there. Connor Grimes back deep for the Blackhawks. We talked about that's a guy you don't want to kick it to.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I think I'm sure that they've talked to Clayton a little bit about his kicks here. So he'll put the ball back into play. 8-0 here in the first quarter. West Washington leads. He'll kick it to Grimes. As he goes back there, he stumbles, finally gets it on a bounce, picks it up. He's got a seam, and he's going to go.
He's
going to the house as he takes it right up the middle for the score. And he'll take it all the way down for the touchdown, and just like that, Valley back in the game on that. And that's something there again. I think you made the comment, you got to watch him on these kickoff returns, and he just showed you what he can do.
It doesn't matter how far you can kick a ball. Nope. It's all about directional kicking. I mean, that's where it you get to the NFL where everybody could possibly return it.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Then you get to this, you get to that. You don't let them get there. So that is a big. We against Eastern, we had that one play drive. So here we go, right off the bat. Let's hope that we can recounter. And they are going to kick. We talked about the man of the hour there, Griffin McGee. He's kicking.
So now, he'll kick the point after
his quarterback is holding it. So if anything happens crazy there, he's got that as the fire.
Snap will come. It's a good hold. The ball's down and plenty of leg as he puts it over just almost to the fence back there on the track. So 8-7 here, just like that. Valley able to come out and score quick, and we've seen them put up a lot of points. And with those playmakers, that's the kind of thing that can happen. And Grimes he found that seam, and he just went right up the middle, kind of fumbled the opening kick there. And
when you're that fast, you can fumble it three times and pick it up.
And he got a great bounce. It bounced right up to him, and he took it right up the gut, took it all the way down 75 yards for the touchdown on the kickoff. So
I think he's going to get this. He's going to get a break on this play. I think he's off on the return. I don't see him out there, so he gets to catch his breath. And hopefully, Senators, they can come back and just do this right again. McFeeters is out. He's not the deep man there. You see he's getting a talking to down there by Coach Lowry. As I see Ken Chase is the deep guy, flanked by McCoy, and I believe that is Brennan Emery.
Also Emery, it looks like back there deep. So number 7, McGee will put it back
a lot of action here.
He is here in this first quarter. So 8-7 here. 8:33 still to go in this first quarter, and both teams with the touchdown already. So Senators with that 1-point lead on the 2-point conversion as McGee puts it back into play. He'll kick it over there to the far side again.
McCoy picks it up at the 10.
Yeah, McCoy will bring it out to the 10. Now breaks a tackle and finally taken down up at about the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 there for the West Washington Senators and the offense back on the field. And just like what we've seen in that opening game against Eastern, you just got to answer. Every time that the other team scores, you got to find an answer.
The good news is your offense is on the field.
Yes.
And so that means their defense has been out there even longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like Peyton Manning would score so quick with the Colts.
Yeah.
The Colts defense, I don't think it mattered how good they were back then.
No, it didn't.
Because they were just spent.
Well, the Senators back in business here offensively. Chase will take the snap on first down. He'll pitch it wide, and they'll go to the outside, and a flag coming in there late. McCoy, the ball carrier, up to the 30, but not sure. I think it's going to be a holding call.
Yeah, when you're able to get that wide, and I don't know, it did look like a little bit of a horse collar towards the end there, but I think we're going to get the hold over that.
We'll see what the call is, but he threw it right in the middle of that West Washington Senator offensive line.
So now we're going.
Official will step over here and give us the call.
Yep,
it is a hold.
Yep. So from the 31, going back 10 yards.
Spot foul, we'll take it back.
Is it 10? Yes, it's 10, yeah.
To about the 20, right at the 20-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. So it will bring up a first down and about 17 for the Senators as they go backwards on that one after a pretty decent run by McCoy out of the backfield as he went wide. And they'll set up again here, first down for West Washington. Chase out of the gun here once again. Two receivers, one wide to each side. McCoy in motion, and Chase kind of a broken play. He's going to have to run it himself. He goes to the outside, got a man wide open. It makes the grab, breaks the tackle. As he gets it out there to 33, Grayson McCoy, and McCoy takes it all the way into Valley territory. What a great play by Kent Chase. I mean, that was a broken play from the get-go. And he was smart enough to roll to the outside to his right, throw the ball, found a wide open McCoy, and it's great, a great pick up there as they take it 42 yards for that reception.
Well, when you know you have four guys running at you, you know that somebody's got to be open. So you're like, if I could just find somebody. He did. The Senators run it up quick here, ball on the 40. They're going to be looking for a quick strike. Looks like they're settling down a little bit as they go wide. Going out wide is Jackson Cameron. Out on the other side is Hudson Kress. Johnson in motion. Hand off to McFeeters.
Yep, McFeeters gets burnt there at the line.
And Laren Childers there.
Yeah, once again, there's those linebackers that are just shooting those gaps and coming up in there. And big number 51, Jake Hammond, on the defensive line as well, making a play. So Roper gets a negative yardage on that one as he loses about 3. Back to the 42-yard line or so is where they'll spot it.
And now you just have to try to get a play that's some positive yards here. You got to get your mojo back and try to drive this ball here. There's
a man in motion.
That's
the
Sprouse.
pitch will come. Sprouse with it. Jackson to the outside as he breaks a tackle and takes it all the way down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And a good run there by Sprouse as he picks up pretty good yardage.
And he got that separation we were looking for against Eastern that he really couldn't get. You know, he was. I told him in school, I said, you get one move in high school football. You got to just get one move, then you got to go.
Yeah, absolutely. His first run of the night picks up 11.
Makes it a manageable third down here, and we're in 4-down territory as it is in this part. So
yeah, inside the 35 at the 33. So to beat third down,
I'd say it's going to be
6?
Ethan Roberts up the middle here. We're going to take it and then let him get 3 or 4 hard yards.
Roberts in the backfield. No, they'll pitch it wide once again as it goes out there to Johnston. He'll take it around that right-hand side and get the first down. So a good run once again.
Well, thankfully, Valley's defense was thinking what I was calling. So
yes, absolutely. He needed 6 and got about 8 on the run. So a good run there. He's already scored once tonight as he got that first touchdown.
And, Bubba, we talked about keeping that defense on the field here with another big drive. We are 5:58 left here in the first quarter, and the Senators leading 8-7. And so Valley's defense has been on the field for almost this entire game.
Yeah, they have, and there are a lot of kids both ways as well. Yeah. So Chase with a new set of downs as he'll take the snap on first down gun. He'll pitch it wide once again, Johnston. He'll take it around the right-hand side and another flag, and I think that's going to be another hold against the Senators.
You look at
they tried to go wide there, and it just didn't. He got some yardage, but part of the reason was because one of our guys was holding.
Yeah, when you go wide, if you see somebody struggling to get to that line, then it automatically means that there's been a hold somewhere because that's going to push him back there, and that was a first down.
Yeah, it was a first down run. He picked up about 4, but it's going to be negative yardage after they march off the hold all the way back to about the 37-yard line. So what would have been a second down and about 6 now is going to be a first down and about 22 or so for the Senators here. As Kenton Chase will go out of the gun once again, sets a man in motion, takes a snap, goes wide with it. Sprouse with pressure. He breaks it, though, gets out of it, cuts back up the middle, and finally tackled from behind at the 30 as he takes it up there for a pretty good run. He picked up about 8 yards on that carry, so a good run once again by Sprouse.
Sprouse made something out of nothing, kind of like when I was in college and I went to my cupboard to make dinner, some ramen noodles and pork and beans.
Find what you can find, and that's what he did there, and got hit in the backfield, actually, after the pitch. So second down as they pick up some of that yardage back. We'll call it 2nd and 16 as he'll set Johnston up a T formation. Now he'll go back, and Chase will bark the signals here as they move Roberts to the left-hand side. Snap will come as they set Sprouse in motion again. He'll take the carry, gets the blockers out in front of him, and takes it inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line or so. So he picks up another 6 yards on the carry.
So, Bubba, you talked about those linebackers are shooting so hard up the middle. Is that why we're seeing so much action on the outside?
I think so, and I think that was something that was in Coach Lowry's scouting report, that they are going to shoot. So that opens things up to the outside if you get the blocks that you need up front. In the last couple of plays, we've seen that. So we'll see what the Senators can do on 3rd and about 10 here. Chase out of the gun, takes a snap. He's going to roll out, wants to throw. He's got time. Another flag coming in. He pitches late, and the ball goes down. And Valley recovers. I'm not sure what happened there. It's like we quit playing all of a sudden.
All kinds of confusion on the field. The official there is giving the ball to Valley. He's signaling to Valley.
He kind of shuffled the ball and just kind of threw it out there. I'm not sure why. And they say Valley football.
Fumble.
And it was because Kenton – I'm not sure what happened. It was like West Washington just stopped, and for some reason they just quit playing there, and he pitched the ball, and the ball was loose. Valley alertly covered it up. And that's what you teach your kids to do. The ball hits the ground, you got to go get it.
Yeah,
and they did.
You played till after that second whistle.
Yep. So 1st and 10 after the fumble by the Senators.
All righty, as Valley's going to go wide over here. Look at this. They've got the 2 receivers wide. And we've got nobody out covering on that slot guy. Now that slot guy is number.
Looks like I'm
I was
not
trying
sure,
to figure
22.
out
No, that's
7's not good.
17 maybe. Yeah,
Elijah Dixon. He is uncovered. Look at that. Look at that space. So if I'm Cannon Chase, I just get that and toss it right to him.
So Chase out of the gun, first play from scrimmage for Valley, and it's an option as they hand it off to the outside. He breaks a tackle again. And he's off and down the sideline, finally takes it all the way down into Senator territory at the 39-yard line before he's tackled there by the Senators. And another great run there by Connor Grimes.
Yeah, just getting that ball and, and you looked at that, and so they're spreading them out wide, seeing if we're going to bring this extra defender. Now, you've also got to throw a heck of a ball if you're going to throw it out here. Right-handed quarterback, but he's got a great arm on him. So
I think that's kind of a decoy in their offense. When they split them out here and then they went the other way as the 2 receivers here to the left, and they ran to the right-hand side. So Chase out of the gun for Valley. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself and just follow his blockers up in the middle. Gets hit and goes down. A host of Senators there to take him down to the ground. Holloway in there on the tackle as well as Roberts. So they make the hit after a gain of about 6. So it'll bring up 2nd and 4 now for the Blackhawks as they spot the ball at about the 33-yard line of West Washington. So Senators trying to hold here in the first quarter after they fumbled the ball away. And Valley with a couple plays to move it down the field. So they'll set up here 2nd down and 4. Chase out of the gun as well. Snap will come. He'll fake the handoff, keeps it himself, runs into his own man, and gets hit. Good job by the defense as they stop him for no gain on the play.
And that's a play that you can really set a tone with the quarterback. Yeah, you keep wanting to do that, you're going to get a yard or two, but we're going to make you pay for it.
J.G. Cruz up to make that first hit, and then Clayton Holloway coming in to finish him off there, and no gain on the play. 3rd and 4 now for Springs Valley, and once again, there's that receiver wide open out here.
There. Man, if I was Elijah Dixon, I would be begging for a hot route right there.
Snap will come. They'll give it to Grimes. He'll go to the outside this time. Ball comes loose. And Valley got back on it.
Oh, man, number 55 there.
55 covering it up. That's Chris Houchins. And he was alert there after Grimes lost the football. Big hit in there by Van Cleve as he come through and got that first hit on Grimes and popped the ball loose. So we'll bring up 4th down and 4.
Grimes in space. You give him space, he's going to make plays.
Yeah, he will.
I think if you keep him and make him have to go through a gap, you might be all right. Man a mano, and then there. See, now this is the first time we've had it on the left side over here.
Yeah, now they line up on that left.
So we need to watch out here. 42 here on this side. Jack Dalton on a quick little pass because everybody's going to forget about tight end.
Snap comes. Chase will keep it. He got the first down and more as he's finally tackled down there. Number 59 coming up for the Senators, Dylan Keller, as he makes the tackle from a linebacker position, but not before Chase was able to pick up about 6 more. And a first down on 4th down, they go for it. And high risk, high reward as they get that first down here deeper into Senator territory at the 23-yard line. So Chase out of the gun on first down. Snap will come. He'll hand it off. Grimes the ball carrier. And the Senators alertly get out on him.
Man, Ethan Roberts out there.
Yeah, first one there along with Van Cleve.
And then Sprouse just riding the coattails there for he's just glad they're not throwing 3 wide receivers out there for him to cover. He had
gain of about a yard, but a great play there by Roberts from his linebacker position. So 2nd down now and 9 at the 22. Snap will come.
It's down.
And Chase picks it up.
Can somebody get to him? Can somebody don't let him
throw it? He'll throw it at the last second. Got a man open, and they're going to say he makes a catch.
And they're going to put it at the 6 yard.
It looked like he was out of bounds, but they say
we got a flag now. We have a late
there
flag.
Is a flag there.
So let's see what happens here. Is there an illegal man downfield when there's a broken play like that? Could that have been? They're talking.
Yeah, very well could have been. He makes a grab at the 6. Good for a first down. And it must be against Valley because they're walking backwards here. Well, legal man downfield, good call.
Yeah, I can tell you that when a play's broken like that, and it's nothing against the lineman because you're told hit the next guy in front of you.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And unfortunately we live in a world where you see these plays in movies where that happens, and then a guy chucks the ball, but you never have to worry about it. So hey, nothing wrong there. Great catch by Elijah there.
Yes, it was.
He had it, and if I was him, man, I'd be buying that quarterback dinner every Friday night.
Chase done a great job after the fumble, picking the ball up and scrambling.
That's a senior leadership. That's a senior play there.
So a loss now back of about 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now. Chase out of the gun, takes the snap, handoff goes to Grimes again. He'll take it on the right-hand side and finally hit by Roberts and brought down inside the 25 at about the 24. So
Roper McFeeder's on a tackle.
Roper there.
And then a name we haven't got to call, and that's 2 guys that – as much as we want to call them on offense, we're going to need to call them on defense. We're now at the end of the first quarter. We're going to step aside for a real quick message. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football. Senators leading 8-7 over Springs Valley. Here's a word from one of our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're back here at Arch Sanders Field. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football. Alongside Bubba Abbott, I'm Brad Mills. Big thank you to Mr. Akers, the man behind the curtain there, keeping us on the air here from afar. And big thank you to Mr. Brian Wolf, who runs the station here at the school. Here at West Washington, we're very blessed to have all them. And we are in a dogfight here.
Absolutely, Brad. And, 8-7 here at the end of the first quarter. Both teams with a score. Valley getting theirs on that kickoff return by Grimes. But the Senators, a big story is that turnover, the fumble, giving the ball back to Springs Valley. And Blackhawks have drove here a little bit, went forward on 4th down, gambled and got it. And then they had the pass completion, but unfortunately a penalty against them, called it back and that was a break for West Washington. So it's 3rd down and 10 now. The ball spotted at the West Washington 24-yard line as they'll reset here for the second quarter as they move the ball to the other end of the field, heading towards the north end zone now, over towards the cornfields there. So the snap will come here on 3rd down. They'll hand it off. Grimes again follows his blockers and takes it up through there. Yep, got forward for a gain of about 7 as he takes it down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. So 4th down again.
Wonder if Griffin McGee's over there begging for a field goal chance.
Yeah, 4th and 4 now, Brad, as he's just got about 6 of the 10 that he needed there on 3rd down, and they'll go for it here in Senator territory, and why not?
I mean, I think you do the play action, here, let him, if Connor's there, give it to Connor Grimes.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over as they call a timeout here just as we get going here in the second quarter.
We're going to step aside for a real quick message here. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to ihsaatv.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
All right, welcome back here live, Art Sanders Field. The Senators with a 1-point lead here, 8-7, as we're here early in the second quarter. Springs Valley taking a timeout here with a 11:26 to go in the first half as they face a 4th and 4 situation here at the Senator 17. And we've seen them gamble early with that 4th down play, and they're going to go for it again here. So this would be a huge defensive play for the Senators here if they can get a stop. Chase will go out of the gun on 4th down. Grimes in the backfield with him. As they'll set up here, snap will come. They'll give it to Grimes, and he'll go off the right-hand side and get the first down and more as he takes it inside the 10. Down to about the 6-yard line or so where they bring him down. So
Connor Grimes kind of goes a little off tackle to the right
first
side.
And goal. Good blocking up front there by the Blackhawks as he's able to get to about 6 or 7 yards. So
you saw Mason Chaplin, who was talked about by Coach Lowe there in the pregame, making a big block there. And, the senior just leading the way there for the Blackhawks.
First and goal. Chase with the snap. He'll keep it himself, take it up the middle. Get a big push, and he takes it in. I believe he got it in as they'll raise the hands, and it is a touchdown as Cannon Chase.
Cannon Chase.
You're
all right.
It's a chase anyway on both sides of the field, but Cannon able to take it in for the score. So Valley with 10:53 to go here in the second quarter scores their second touchdown of the night, and they lead 13-8.
So Senators are going to have to regroup here. Hopefully they can get a little bit of pressure here on this kicker. He has got a great leg, but you're going to have to get up quick and through that line and get your hands up.
Yep, McGee comes in again to kick.
Bad
snap. He'll have to roll out.
He's going to have to pull a Gary Eupremian.
He wants to throw it, and he's going to, and it'll be incomplete. So no points on the extra point attempt there as they wanted to kick it, but a bad snap. And our score will remain 13-8 with 10:53 to go here in the first half. But Valley regaining the lead there, and that all set up by the West Washington turnover.
Yeah.
And that's what we talked about with a young team. You can't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And, Springs Valley making them pay as they go down and get the score by Chase from 6 yards out. But extra point no good.
And,
so
Bubba, we talked about how you have to make when Valley makes like that fumble, and they know it was the penalty. But, man, if you could get that fumble, that's where when an older team makes a mistake against you, you got to jump on it.
You're right. And, that's just one of those things that a young team, Chase, for some reason that flag really threw off the Senators on that play.
It's not a dead play.
They just stopped playing, and he just kind of threw the ball out there, and that's a live ball. And, that's a mistake that young quarterbacks make sometimes. And, you just got to eat that thing and go to the ground.
Here you go. You got a chance to get back here, and let's see. I mean, we're going to see a lot of leg behind Griffin McGee here on this kick. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
Senators with a chance.
Senators with a couple guys back there deep. McFeeder's the deep guy here on the kick as he'll kick it, boom it deep. It's going to be fielded back there at about the 5-yard line as he'll bring it out of there. And that's Sprouse, actually, the returner. He brings it up to about the 20, a pretty good return.
And that play's finally over.
Yeah, he caught that thing at about the 1.
Yeah.
And Sprouse with a good return up to the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 there for the West Washington Senators as they trail here 13-8 to the Springs Valley Blackhawks. 10:45 to go here in the first half.
Wow! Right here is if you're looking for a big drive here, because Valley gets the second half kickoff here.
Yep, absolutely.
So you have to drive down. You have to score here.
Yep. So the Senators bring the offense out. Chase in the backfield, shotgun formation, wants to throw here on first down. He'll throw it out here in the flat. Had a man there and just barely overthrew him as that ball falls incomplete.
Brennan Emery falls down. He's grabbing his ribs there. He kind of laid all out, so there's nothing against that.
Only the second pass by the Senators, and that one falls incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 20 for West Washington as they'll set up here in this second quarter of play, trailing 13-8 to Springs Valley. Chase once again sets the offense here as they'll set up in the backfield. McFeeder's back there with him. Sets a man in motion. Snap will come. He hands it off. It goes to McFeeder's. He gets to the outside and breaks a tackle but falls forward at about the 26. So a gain of about 6 yards on the carry. Should bring up about 3rd and 4 now for West Washington here. So another good run by Roper, and he picks up 6 on that carry.
So you had a little lightning. Now I bet you're going to get a little thunder with Roberts up the middle.
Roberts back into the game in the backfield. So
we got a late.
Was there a penalty?
It appears, yes, sir, there is. I did not see a call.
I didn't either. I didn't know what they called. I didn't see a flag, but I guess we missed that when it's against West Washington, and that's a shame because Roper had a good run there. That's going to take it all the way back to about the 15-yard line. So that must have been a false start or something from the get-go as they moved that thing back from the 20. So it'll be 2nd down again with the penalty. 2nd down and 15 now for the Senators back at their own 15-yard line. So Chase will set up offensively there on 2nd down out of the gun. The snap will come as he sets a man in motion, turns and wants to throw. He throws across the middle, almost picked off by Grimes as he steps in front of the intended receiver, Johnson. And Johnston didn't have a chance because the only guy that could have caught that one would have been Grimes. So 3rd and 15 now after the incompletion, and Senators going the wrong direction here. We need a big play on 3rd down to keep this drive going.
Yeah, you don't want to have to punt here with 10:29 left.
Give them short field too. I mean, so we'll see what they can do here on 3rd down. Got to try to convert here. It's going to be tough. Chase will go out of the gun once again. Roberts in the backfield with him. The snap will come. He'll take it, keeps it himself, comes here to the right-hand side and gets to the sideline. Gets pushed out at about the 25. So it will bring up a 4th down and about 7 for the Senators as he gets pushed out there at the 25. And so I'm sure we'll see a punt here out of West Washington. So just couldn't convert that penalty once again, and that was something that that coach talked about, after that first game against Eastern. You gotta clean up the penalties. You can't have those kind of things, and that we seen that when they're coming in an inopportune time for West Washington as they were moving the football.
All kinds of confusion there. Guys running off, so let's hope as Tyden Williams is going to snap this back to Ken Chase.
Chase will punt. He gets it away. It's a line drive kick. Grimes back there to field it. He'll pick it up, gets a good bounce, but great tackle by number 8.
That's Hudson Kress.
Yeah, that's Hudson Kress. Great tackle there by Hudson as he come up to make that play on special teams, and that's a young kid there making a great tackle on Coach Lowry, coming over and rewarding him with a slap to the helmet. I'm not sure if that was a reward or not for Hudson, but Hudson a great open field tackler. We've seen that ever since he's been young.
Yeah.
In the youth league, I remember him. He could just come up and make tackles out of nowhere, and that was a great one there on that punt return as he took Grimes to the ground. So 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks in their own territory at the 46. and that's where Cannon Chase will set up for them. He'll take the snap, rolls out, goes to his right, wants to throw at a man open, and he makes the grab. 43 with the catch there. That's Xander Cook.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
Yeah, and that ball was bouncing around everywhere, but Cook very alertly kept his eyes on it and picks up the first down in Senator territory. So a gain of about 15 on that pass play, and 1st and 10 at the West Washington 40. So you got to get a defensive stop here to keep points off the board if you're West Washington. So they'll set up as Chase will be given a new set of downs after that first down. He hands it off, 34 out of the backfield as he takes it forward. That's Childers in the backfield for him. He's a 5'10", 214-pound sophomore, and he rumbles down for another first down. We're real close to it. We'll see what the spot is here at about the 30.
That young man was that big when he was in 7th grade.
He's a big kid.
He is a big young man. Everybody else kind of caught up to him. He was that big when he was in 7th grade, and gave me some nightmares as a junior high coach.
I guarantee you, because he is a load coming out of the backfield at as big as he is.
Well, now here's the thing too. You'll notice now Grimes slides out here wide.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to respect the
you
outside.
better watch him.
And that's what.
Who's that against?
A sideline
warning against West Washington. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And they give him a penalty for that?
Well, it's wow. So that was an unsportsmanlike.
Oh, wow. Was it unsportsmanlike, I think, now that they're calling?
Now they're 15 yards.
So, that's huge. That takes it down to the 15.
Wow.
And 1st and 10 at the 15 after a great run there by Childers out of the backfield, and that sets up Springs Valley. And here comes another one, maybe. Or was it a timeout, West Washington?
It looks like a timeout for the Senators.
Yeah, I think Coach
Gibby
took the timeout here to talk to his defense here a little bit.
We're going to step away for a quick little commercial here. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
All right, we're back here at our Sandersville and WWSR, and we've got a whole scenario there, Bubba. We got another penalty that was unsportsmanlike that was called during that timeout.
Yeah, it was, and I think that went against Caden Van Cleve. He come off the field and he was upset. Kind of rolled his helmet out there, and the Senators alertly coaching staff taking a timeout here to kind of calm the kids down. But that's another penalty. It's going to be half the distance. So that'll move the ball inside the 10 to about the 8, and it'll be first down and about 3 now at the 8-yard line. So the Senators there again, the penalties, we've seen that in that first opening game, and that's stuff that they're going to have to get a handle on, because you just can't give up yardage, on penalties like that. It's just free yardage for the other team.
When you're not at the level that the groups that were in front of them, that can really hurt you here. As we get a snap.
So first down, then
Chase
they'll give it to Chase. He'll just take it on his own. And he goes in for a touchdown as he takes a snap and just runs off the right-hand side of that line. And I believe the Senators just a little dejected right now, I should say, as Chase scores again for them, his second touchdown of the night, and it's 19-8 here as Chase takes it in with 9:35 to go in the second.
So there's going to be a lot of soul searching the Senators are going to have to do, and also, hey, you got to check your brain and your attitude right here and try to find a way, try to find something. Another high snap, but that ball is up and it's a beauty, and it's going to go
good. Through. Yep, he puts that one through the upright. So 20-8 here with 9:35, Brad, to go in the first half. And if you're West Washington, I think, the coaches, they're just going to have to calm the kids down a little bit. Say, look, we're in the ball game, but the reason why they're leading is because we have hurt ourselves. We've shot ourselves in the foot with some penalties and stuff, and we got to shore that up, or it's going to be a long night here for the Senators as Valley takes a 20-8 lead here with 9:35 to go in the first half of play.
So that's something you see real quick and real often when you're in these big games where there's a lot of momentum, is that you have to absorb those highs and those lows, and how you respond during those lows really defines who you are as a team. So early on, we're going to see this here.
We need to answer here. I mean, this is key for us because they get the second half kickoff, and you got to come back and respond. Now you got to calm everybody down. Let's get our composure. Let's put together a drive. Let's shore up the penalties and see what we can do here to get back in this ball game. Just down 12. You're only down 2 scores. You got to come out here and make them pay with a drive. So kick will come. It's another deep one. It's going to be fielded way back there at about the 5. Brought out there again by Sprouse, I believe. He gets a seam, and he cuts it up the middle. Nice run as he takes it up to about the 38-yard line. And a good run there by the Senators as number 9, Sprouse. Braxton with a good return on that kick, and they set up the Senators 1st and 10 at about their own 39.
I don't know if that might have been Hudson Crest. I was sitting here looking. They both they're 9 and 8, and they both have that.
They look a lot like.
They got that sweet flow going there.
Yeah, that's something I don't have to worry about, Coach. So the Senators need a drive here. You got to answer, and that's what we've been saying all night. Chase out of the gun on first down. He'll take it and hands it off. Just kind of a little delay to McFeeters. He breaks a tackle on the spin and takes it all the way up for about an 8 or 9 yard. We'll give him 9 on that gain. They're going to spot it back a little bit there at about the 48. Yeah. So an 8-yard pickup anyway. Well, let's see where they spot it.
Yeah, that ball, and then the ball was down. Whoever flipped it, it kind of hit somebody, then rolled halfway to Livonia there.
I'm giving him 9, so it's a 2nd down and 1 because that was a great run there by Roper. He made a great spin move after he got hit about 4 yards into the defense and then made something out of that. So 2nd down and 1 now. Chase out of the gun. He'll take it, turns, hands it off. Roberts this time. He'll follow his blockers. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sideline and shoestringed at about the 27-yard line. So a great run there by Roberts. A pickup of 24 yards on that carry.
James Walls with the touchdown-saving tackle there for the Blackhawks. He was the only man, and he got to that pair of Nikes that Roberts was wearing.
And this is what you got to do, Coach. You got to take it and go score. You know, you just got to answer.
You got to hit the guy back who punched you in the face.
Yep.
And it's going to be
no penalties.
theoretically here. Sorry.
So 1st and 10 now in Valley territory at the 27, and Kenton will set up there offensively as he takes a snap. He'll keep it himself. He'll go to the right and get outside and go out of bounds after a gain of we're going to give him about 2 or 3 there on that run.
That's setting up something for later.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think that if you notice, I saw the release that you saw on that other side. Jackson Cameron got a complete quick release out there on that left side. Now, if Ken could do that and just stop and then pop, I mean, I think it's going to be there.
2-yard pickup down to about the 26 is where they'll spot it. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now for West Washington here, trailing to the Blackhawks 20-8, and 8:05 to go in this first half of play. Chase out of the gun. Once again, split backs. He'll turn, hand it off. Roper, he breaks a tackle, gets the outside, and a good tackle there by Grimes for Valley as he comes up to make the hit. Actually lost a couple yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
So huge 3rd down already here.
So 3rd and 10 now, but you're in 4-down territory here, especially trailing in the game. So
definitely the smaller package just came on there. The speed package, if you were asking me, for the Senators is on the field here.
Jackson Cameron back in the game. He'll split out, and they'll have 2 receivers here to the near side as also number 3, Brennan Emery. Snap will come on 3rd down. They'll pitch it wide as they get it out there. And a good run by Wyatt Johnston as he takes it down to about
the 19 is what I'm going to say.
They pushed him out about the 21. It looks like they're going to spot him. So he picked up about 7. But that's manageable. That's what you got to do. It's going to be 4th down to about 3 now.
So here's my question there, Mr. Abbott. Do you think we go with a hard count here first, and then if we don't get a call,
I think that worked before.
Yeah,
that's a good call.
You go with that hard count, and then then you call a timeout if you need it, and then you go to what you want.
So 4th down and about 3 yards for the Senators at the 21-yard line.
I always like plays like this. I like student body left, student body right, as we got a timeout by the Senators. So we got the look that Valley gave us that we wanted to see, or maybe we didn't like what we saw of their coaches.
Yeah, we got one timeout left here in this first half, but still plenty of time, 7:21 to go, trailing 20-8 here. As the Senators with a 4th down and about 3 from their own, from the Valley 21.
And you talk about this is a big mental checkpoint right here. You get the score, okay. And let's say you're able to also get the 2-point conversion, then you're sitting there at 16-20, and you're able to stop them because there's still a lot of time left and get the ball back. There's a whole different. It's the game inside of the game.
Absolutely.
Right now, you're playing to win this drive.
Yep, you got to win this drive. I mean, when you're down 2 scores, you got to answer, and that's what we've talked about. And in that first game against Eastern, we were able to do that, and we had the same kind of controversy and the same kind of penalties. Yeah. Those are things that we've shot ourselves. We've got to take care of ourselves, and that's what you can control. Control the controllables, and I think we're in good shape. But we need to score here, and this is a big part of it on 4th down and 3. So we'll see if the Senators can get it here. Chase out of the gun. McFeeder's in the backfield with him. Hard count as they'll set up now. Johnston will move and go back up and set
left
at the line.
side is open for a quick pass because you're going to look at everybody's going to be pounding that.
Now they set him in motion. They'll pitch it wide. Johnston with the ball, and he's not going to get it. He gets pushed out at about the 20. So it'll be Valley ball. He just couldn't get enough. They ran to the short side. And he just didn't have enough room to turn it up and get it. So big stop by Valley.
Well, you had the quickest guy on Connor Grimes on the left side over there, and I am kind of surprised that they didn't maybe try to work the middle, which, they went to the outside the play before. Do you go up the middle,
You got Roberts and, Ethan just a load coming through the middle. But, Valley was, set up for that. They knew it was coming, and Johnson just couldn't get wide enough.
Center's got to make something happen here with the defense. They've got to.
Snap comes to Chase. He'll hand off to Grimes. He'll go wide. Good tackle in the open field there once again by Wyatt Johnston as he comes up to make that tackle after a gain of about a yard. So it'll take it up to about the 21-yard line. 22, they'll spot it. 2nd down and about 8 yards for the Blackhawks here with 6:58 to go in this first half. Senators trailing 20-8. And Valley with the ball after West Washington couldn't convert on 4th. So the Senators looking for some kind of turnover here. They'll hand it off to Grimes. He'll cut back up the middle and get hit and go down. Good tackling there by the Senators. They gang tackle him after he gets about 3 or 4 yards across the 25 to the 26. And the tackle inside made there by number 71 for the Senators, Garrett Cooper in there. So Coop with the first hit.
All righty, Mr. Abbott, here's a question for you. What do you call a group of Senators?
Well, smart.
I don't know. I've always tried to figure out is it a Senate of Senators?
That's a good call, Coach. And snap will come on 3rd down. They'll fake it in. A ball was they got the pitch.
Yep, they got
it to him, and 42 with it down the sideline, and he finally gets tackled down in Senator territory. Big play.
Jack Dalton on a play.
Yeah, Dalton makes a great run as they give that ball, to Chase. He handed it off to Grimes, and Grimes just kind of pitched
it back, and then
I thought it was loose there for a second.
I thought so too, but that looked like the way that he had his blocking, it had to be a design play. Totally threw me off. I didn't even catch most of it on camera, so I bet it was designed that way.
So they'll set up here 1st and 10, a new set of downs in Senator territory at about the 37. Snap will go to Grimes, and he'll take it to the right and get hit and go down. Another great job gang tackling in there. Johnston up in there for West Washington, along with number 52 for the Senators, Landon Holloway.
Getting a little chippy there after the play. Lots of stuff afterwards.
And we can't afford another penalty.
No.
And they've done a good job. They haven't had very many penalties. I don't know that they've had one yet. So they'll set up 2nd down and 8 now after a 2-yard pickup by Grimes.
Big blitz there. They're going outside to Dukes.
Throw it out here. They get it to Dukes. He makes a grab, tries to break a tackle. He does, then gets hit. And the Senators gang tackling again, finally taking him down.
We got a flag late.
Yeah, flag coming in. I think 71 for Springs Valley hit on one of our guys in the back.
Well, I would take that right now.
Yeah, we need a break here, and that was a flag that come in kind of late. And I seen 71 from Valley kind of give a shove there to one of our players, but let's see what they call here.
Let's see.
And if this is another one against West Washington, my goodness.
It's going to be a face mask.
Oh,
yeah, 5 yards, Friday.
Just a unintentional one, but
man.
Still another penalty against West Washington, and that's going to move it even deeper into Senator territory, inside the 20 at the 19. So automatic first down there, so 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks as they set up just inside the 20. And you can't let them score here. We have got to get a big stop or a turnover of some sort here with 5:06 to go in this first half, down 20-8. Chase will take it, fakes the pitch, and keeps it himself, cuts back up the middle, and he'll get hit down at about the 10. So another 8-yard pickup this time by Chase as he keeps it from his quarterback position. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 now for the Blackhawks at the 11-yard line is where they'll spot it. So, you know, if you're the Senators here, you got to just hope for a big play defensively, and that's what they need.
You know, in this situation, it's got to be find a way to do something positive here for him. This
Chase on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself again and dive inside.
Yeah.
Takes it down to about the 5 before he's hit and brought down.
He's a kid you got to hit hard. If you're going to hit him, you're going to hit him hard. He falls forward.
We're tackling a little high, too. We're going to have to get down. I think that was part of the problem with that face mask. If you hit him in the legs, he's easier to stop. And now 1st and goal for the Blackhawks again, as they have it at the 5-yard line and knocking on the door.
I think you don't. If it's not broke, you don't fix it. Just let him. He can
Grimes or Chase.
Grimes, he fakes to Grimes and can follow him in, or Grimes can get to the outside here.
Snap on 1st and
Ball's
goal.
down.
The ball goes to the ground, but Chase picks it up and able to pick up yardage as he takes it inside the 3 to about the 1.
That ball looked like I could see every single lace on it. And that's when you hope that a Senator defender could somehow hit him. But nobody got to him. He kind of almost fell a little bit on his own.
You know, Caden Van Cleef got through there and just about got him, but he was able to break out to the right. And
it's going to have to be a miscue by the Blackhawks right now. They are rolling. They're playing with the house's money, and they are betting on black right now.
Snap comes. They'll take it, give it to Grimes, and he'll just walk in. So the 3rd score here in this quarter for the Blackhawks as Grimes takes it in with 3:27 to go in this first half, and Valley building a big lead here, 26-8 at this point. And Grimes this time with the 1-yard carry, and West Washington with their backs against the wall as they'll send in the kicker, McGee, once again to attempt a point after.
You don't want to see the other team's kicker on the field a lot.
Nope. Another fumbled snap, and he just has to fall on it.
Wow.
As we had pressure coming through, and thank goodness the snaps. They're having problems with that, but we've got to find a way to stop them from getting touchdown.
Find a way is we're going to step aside here and hopefully get some good juju going on one of these commercials. We're going to go with lucky number 7 on here.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
All right, back here live at Art Sanders Field. The Senators trailing 26-8, 3:27 to go here in the first half, and it's been all Valley in this second quarter. Another deep kick there by McGee as they take it back. As Sprouse will field it down there at about the goal line. He's got a seam up the middle. He could break it, and he's going. He's got one guy to beat. That's a kicker, and he will. That's not Sprouse, though. That is Hudson Kress, and Hudson's going to take it to the house, and that's what the Senators needed. Hudson with a 98-yard kickoff return.
Wow.
For a touchdown, and the Senators needed that one. No flags.
No whammies, no whammies.
I don't
We're good.
see anything anyway.
Hey, those guys are moving to spot the ball.
Yeah,
We're good.
Yeah, go ahead and spot that thing real quick. Although the official on the far side now conversing, there is a flag over there.
Oh, no.
On their sideline, on the far sideline, and that's going to be a shame if that comes back, because Hudson with a heck of a return there, 98 yards for the touchdown, and we'll see what they do here. Coach Lowry not real happy as he's talking to the referee there on the sideline, and we'll see what the call is. They're still leaving the ball, though, set up down there for the extra point. So I think may have been a sideline warning against them. Yes, it was, I believe, against Valley. Yep, sideline warning. So
makes you wonder if somebody tripped an official or something.
That may have been what happened because it was on their sideline where the flag come in, and thank goodness that's a break for West Washington. We didn't need
shot of
any more
adrenaline
longer.
right there.
Yes. So
made me about choke on my piece of pizza I was trying to sneak in here before halftime.
Hudson makes it a 12-point game of that 98-yard touchdown run, and the Senators back in business.
So what do you think here, McFeeters? You think McFeeters?
I go Roberts here. I think you just give it to the Thunder here. Snap will come here. They'll give it to Roberts. He'll take it, and he'll take it in. You know, that's my call. I don't know. I'm not much of a coach, but in that situation, you got to go to your bell cow up the middle, and that's what they did. And Roberts gets the 2-point conversion again.
So, Bubba, like a 13-second drive there for a touchdown.
Yes, back to within a 2-point or 2-touchdown game here. 26-16 as Roberts makes them pay on the 2-point conversion run.
Now, unfortunately, we have to kick this ball off, and I wonder where it's going this time. Hopefully not
anywhere.
Let's
not kick it anywhere near Grimes.
And I tell you what, there are so many
I'd almost onside. I'd rather take my chances making them, take the ball down the field than giving Grimes the opportunity.
Because as big as they are, we've seen 2 big plays on their offense that weren't kickoff returns, and those were kind of a little bit of trickeration. I mean, their offense, which, for the first time in a very long time, doesn't look like the classic Valley look. It's been using a lot of the athletes they have, which is something I've always wondered. When you stick to, if you stick to something just to stick to it, I don't see it. As somebody who had 4 different offenses in 5 years when I was at Crawford County, it was that was pretty tough.
I hope one of the coaches talked to Holloway here as he puts this ball back into play and said, "Do not kick it to 32."
And then you got Childers over here, 43. He's a beast.
He's a load
So
too.
I mean, I'm going with 86. Wyman Smoot over there on the far left side.
I think I just squib it and make one of those up guys pick it up and make a play, because if you kick it deep, the chances of something bad happening aren't good for us right now. So Holloway to put it back into play, he'll kick it. He's going to kick it deep, and it'll go to Grimes right in the center.
Right there.
Grimes will catch it, and he'll cut back up the middle. This time runs into Holloway. The kicker's like, "You're not getting another one." And he come up to make the hit, and it was a big hit.
At you. I want to run at you.
I know, and he took it right at Holloway, and Holloway said, "Nuh-uh, big guy, you're going down here," and he takes him down at the 40. So good tackle there by Clayton after the kick, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley. So now with 3:02 to go in this first half, you got to come out and make a stance defensively. We haven't been able to stop what they've been doing.
No.
And here they are again with the open
You force
receiver.
a turnover, it changes the whole complexion of this game.
Yes, it does.
You have to find something. You have to find a way right now to do something.
Chase gives it to Grimes. They'll just follow him again, and he'll take it and cut off the right-hand side. Pick up about 5 yards. They're going to give him about 7.
Yeah, he
as
fell
he
forward.
Goes forward across that 45 to the 47. So
and that's when you're a
down.
strong, fast junior running back. You can get that. I mean, that kid is grown. He was a little bitty skinny thing.
They'll pass it. They'll throw it out here in the flat. Catch is made. 17 with the reception. That's Dukes. Or that's Dixon, actually.
Dixon, sorry. Elijah Dixon,
17. But he makes a grab, good for a first down. As he takes it into Senator territory at the 42.
And, when a teams go prevent, are you able to pick that apart? That's a quick play you can go to.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's wide open. I mean, we're not really covering him. We're having one guy cover 2 receivers, and that's kind of hard to do. Chase now with the new set of downs. He'll
there's
take
that double
handoff.
Yep.
They go back 42, the ball carrier, and he's going to scramble. He takes it up in the middle, and he'll take it in for the score. So touchdown for the Blackhawks, and that's just what you didn't need.
Jack
as
Dalton.
He takes it 42 yards for the score.
Yeah.
So,
42, Jack Dalton with 42-yard touchdown there.
Yep.
And that really sets a quick tempo there as it goes 32-16 now. Senators in a big hole. You know, you can't give up those home run balls when you're behind by a couple of them.
No, you sure can, and, you know, that's just exactly what we didn't need. And he's just a rambler. I mean, 42 is just a load. Jack Dalton at 185 just took it all the way down. Chase will go for 2 here, and he'll take it.
He's going to be in.
He's in.
Yeah.
So he gets a 2-point conversion. So 32-16 now, as that really hurt the Senators, as they just couldn't stop them. You know, they've done a lot of things that Valley has, and you know, we just haven't had an answer defensively.
Well, when you collapse on a play like that, that's a play that works to perfection when you catch one guy not doing his assignment. And that's very hard because you've got everybody flowing towards the ball, the best athlete on the field there. They're going after him, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, it's going the other way.
Absolutely, and you know, that was just a heartbreaker there. After we come back, the great return by Kress.
Will Kress get another one kicked to him?
Well, hopefully. You know, we need another one because down now 34-16 here as they get the 2-point conversion. And they'll set up here to kick it back away as McGee will put the ball back in play. And Valley's been able to strike quick.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing with them. They've got some quick hitters. And
which in the past few years has not been a case for them. I'll be honest. That's when we've had games where we were playing them, and I noticed, I was like, hey, they can't come back. They don't have a quick enough offense. This offense is.
Yeah, they are. They've just got some playmakers. And McGee, one of them with a
there's
shorter
a high
kick this
kick
time, going to be fielded by the up man there at about the 25. He'll bring it up. That's 33, the returner McCoy, and he takes it up to the 35-yard line where he's hit and brought down.
2-minute drill here. 2-minute drill here for the Senators.
Got to answer. You need to come back here and get this back down to a two-score lead for Valley. But you know, right now, you know, with an 18-point lead, we got to answer here, and that's just got to be something that we've got to make some adjustments. And you know, Coach Gibby, about as good as there is around this area as far as making adjustments, and he will at the half. We've seen that against Eastern in that opening game. So Chase back out with the offense. He's going to throw it here on first down. Throws it out in the flat. Intended out there for number 5, Jackson Cameron, and almost picked off there by Grimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is there any way that when he does, you know, check down from that guy? And that's where Ken's got to learn. Okay, that's the fastest guy on the field. Then you know, his cousin 22. You have to be able to pick a pass that you can make in that.
Yeah.
And if you're going to miss, you don't want to miss near one of the best athletes.
I don't throw it anywhere near 32.
No.
Chase now 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Snap will come. They'll try to go wide as they get it back to Johnston.
Yep.
And he'll take it here off the short side of the field up to about the 36-yard line. 37 they'll spot it actually. So a gain of about 4 yards. Give him 4. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 6 here, almost 7 for the Senators.
He went a long ways for not a lot of yards there.
Yep, at the 37-yard line. So a big 3rd down play here for West Washington with 128. And you got to try to convert here and make something happen. Chase out of the gun once again here on 3rd down.
A little bit of confusion there.
Trying to set his offense. Roberts in the backfield with him. The snap will come. He drops back, wants to throw, got pressure. Gets away from it, though. He runs it, now bombs it to the sideline and hits his man, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, McCoy.
McCoy makes a grab, but he's about 2 yards out of bounds. Would have been a 1st down, but that's incomplete after the
Well, when you're scrambling like that and you throw it, it's – you know, there's usually nothing good that can happen.
Yep.
Thankfully there, the red team caught it, but it was out of bounds.
They'll have to punt it away here with 1:06 remaining in this first half, and Valley with the big lead here as they lead it by 18 here in this ball game, 34-16, and we've still got a minute to go in the first half. Chase the punter as well, so he'll stand back there to do the kicking duties. Snaps a low one. He'll field it, gets it away, though. Line drive kick. Takes a bounce. Grimes will pick it up at his own 30. He'll take it to the sideline. He's got some running room down through there. gets hit. Oh, man, he got belly there.
Yeah.
That was like Captain Insano.
Yeah, that was I call it the rock bottom there. Somebody Holloway and then Dustin Keller.
Yeah, Keller and Van Cleve was there as well. So, but a good return by Grimes as he sets them up in Senator territory and 56 seconds.
Yeah, that's all they need.
That's all they need.
That's all they need, and that's what in the past few years, that's all, the West Washington offense has needed. When you've got a good upperclassman based offense, that's what you need. You can make a play. So here they go. Trips wide to the right side.
Yeah, Grimes out there as well. And we've only got one defender on that side, so we're going to have to play.
It's going to be a jump ball here.
Yep, they're going to throw it out to Grimes and just sling it out there to the sideline, let him do something with it. He takes it down the side, gets hit, and goes down at about the 26 or 7. And first down play stays in bounds, though. The clock will set and go live once they set the ball here because he didn't get out of bounds.
Thoughts on not bumping anybody out on that, Bubba? Why wouldn't you?
I don't know why he didn't run out of bounds, but clock will start now. 42 seconds. Chase will take the snap, keep it himself, goes off the right-hand side, and gets tackled down at about the 20-yard line.
Kai Strother there with a big tackle.
Strother's with the tackle. Timeout Valley here with 34 seconds to go in the first half.
We're going to step aside real quick for a message. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers. Unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website.
All right, back here live, Art Sanders Field. The Senators trailing here 34-16. 34 seconds left on the clock here in this first half of play, and it's been all Valley here in this second quarter, other than the 98-yard touchdown on the kickoff return by Hudson Kress.
It's like the movie Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
We're living in it right now.
We just kind of go over and over. And, if they get another one here, it's just going to be really hard to come back. So got to come up with a play here defensively, and we'll see what the Senators
As they're
can
stacking,
do.
They're going to put their best athletes out here.
Chase looks, and now he'll go deep into the end zone. Got a man down there. It's Grimes.
He got it.
And he made the catch.
Yeah.
What a catch. What a catch by Grimes as he goes to the ground and just split two defenders back there, makes a grab, and that's where you got to play the ball there. And they let Grimes just slide right through there. So another touchdown by Valley, and it's 40-16 off to the races here with 29 seconds to go here in this first half.
So Center's going to have to reload and try to make something happen here.
Kicker back in to attempt to point after, and this one is up, and it hits the upright, no good. So that's about the only thing that's not went right for Valley here in this second quarter, as that thing hits the upright and bounces no good. So it'll remain 40-16 with just 29 seconds here on the clock.
And you wonder about the rust that you see. That is something that I do think is apparent. You see some rust on a team that hasn't played in a couple of weeks here. Since before Labor Day.
And that's been a big thing, and I think the momentum really shifted when we had those penalties.
Yeah.
The unsportsmanlike, and those two back-to-back really hurt us, and coaches tried to calm them down a little bit, but, the damage was done, and Valley's made us pay, and they've been able to score at will and quickly here in this second quarter. As it was 8-7, at the end of the first quarter, as the Senators had that 1-point lead. But it's been all Springs Valley here in this 33 unanswered here, other than the touchdown, the kickoff return. And, if we're going to have another one, now's a good time.
Yeah.
So maybe Hudson can get another one here. They'll kick it out of bounds as it'll go out down here at about the 25. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Senators at their own 35 here with 29 seconds to go in this first half of play.
So Senators going to have to try to break one here if they want to get any points put on the board. I do think it's possible. I think you see a lot of contributing factors. You talk about those penalties, the rust we talked about, but also the inexperience of a lot of guys. And when you're put in situations like this where you're your back's against the wall, what do you do?
Well, I think defensively, in that first game of the year against Eastern, we were able to adjust, but Valley's been able to score so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern didn't have that quick hit. They were, 5-6 yards at a time, whereas, like you said, Valley's loaded with athletes, and we've seen that here in this first half. And, the Senators just got to, hopefully not turn it over here and get something going. Chase with just a few seconds on the clock. They do a counter back the other way. They get it off to McFeeters, and he brings it across the 45 to the 47.
Kind of give
for a first down.
Valley a little taste of their own medicine there.
Yeah. I like that counter play out of the backfield to Roper, and it worked well for a gain of about 13 yards there.
So hopefully
he picks up 13 on first down, so first and 10
Cameron
now
Van
with just
Cleve
14
there,
seconds.
Getting the line set for him. 11
Snap
seconds
will come,
left.
And it comes to Chase. He'll keep it himself, and he'll follow a blocker or two, try to get the outside. Grimes will come over to make the tackle from behind, drags him down for a loss of about a yard.
And that'll be
that should be the end of the first half. Timeout. No, Senators called one with just .5.
As half of Valley's team is.
Yeah, they took off for the locker room. They're up. Hey. They got a big lead here, a 24-point lead.
Hey, or you're one of those young guys, Coach, who's got to go to the bathroom.
Well, that could be. That's what an old announcer does. Usually it's about that time for me. But.
Well, I used to DJ quite a bit, and if you want to know the song Celebration,
that's a long one.
That's a long one. That's why you play
the bathroom break
That's
song.
the bathroom break for the DJ. So
0.5 seconds on the clock here for West Washington as they call a timeout. Second down 11 at the Senator 46. And, I don't know if we've got a play here that'll
it's like, do you draw one up in the dirt here?
Take a shot, I think.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to.
But you can't turn it over.
No.
You don't want them to get any more points. And, man, they've had all the momentum here in this
man, I tell you
half.
What,
so I don't know if you just don't give it to Roberts and let him pound.
I love a good little backyard play. And if you can go a little flea flicker, I think you get somebody to bite up the middle and tell them throw it back.
Don't have anything to lose really at this point.
You throw it away. Well, that's where Ken's got to know. If he doesn't got somebody, just throw it away.
Yeah,
throw
absolutely.
it to the nearest coach on the sideline.
And they're talking about it here with Coach Lowry.
Oh goodness! Wyatt's coming off there. So do we have enough?
Sprouse in there,
and it is. It is. The lights in the parking lot come on.
So they'll set up here. Chase on the last play of the first half probably. He sets Sprouse in motion. He'll turn, rolls it out, slings it out here to Sprouse, makes a grab at about the 45, gets into Valley territory, and finally bulldog down at about the 40. So that'll be the end of the first half of play as that completion for about 21 is good to Sprouse, but not enough here in this second quarter, and Valley just has been able to make the Senators pay in this second quarter as they lead at 40-16 here at the half. We'll try to tally up some things and hopefully get some scores. Text Coach Mills and I some scores here, and we'll try to relay all that to you.
We're going to step aside for Commissioner's Corner real quick here with the IHSA, and then we'll be back with all the local scores. Thank you for listening to West Washington Senator Football on WWSR.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bob Lovell, and we once again start our yearly and weekly conversations with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. We start another year. This is not a challenge that's new to you and member institutions and principals, administrators, fans, coaches, and student athletes. We, in some respects, have a similar situation we had last year, rising numbers of COVID cases and how that impacts sports. So, first of all, welcome. And secondly, I know you've been looking into this, ready to go, and we're hopeful that this weekend, with the launching of high school football, that we'll have a similarly successful season that we had last year.
Those are great words, Bob, and that's kind of where we're headed. And certainly, I'm thrilled to death to be back with the listeners and on your show here to talk about kids and high school athletics. But we're sitting here, and we're certainly hoping that this looked a little bit different than it does right now. But the good news is that we're not going to walk through anything this fall or this school year that we haven't seen already. Last year, we were blazing a path that we really didn't have a map for. And we knew that kids needed the opportunity to put the uniform on, and we were making short-term decisions as quick as we could with the information that we had to keep everybody moving forward. And this year, while I certainly hope that we've learned a few things along the way and we're prepared to go forward with the opportunity for participation, but we have to take advantage of the lessons that we were able to learn last year and make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep everybody safe and keep these kids playing.
Paul Neidig joining us. We're talking about the IHSAA. Paul, last year your benchmarks were pretty much established quickly of being in the 90% range of going ahead and actually hosting contests that were scheduled. It was an amazing accomplishment by a lot of people, and I would assume that as we start this new school year, similar benchmarks are something you're shooting for.
Yeah, I mean, we're shooting for every team to play. I mean, that's our goal every week, but we know that's not going to happen, at least here in the beginning. And you know, the good news is at this point, and it may be a little early to tell, but it appears that our numbers of teams that aren't going to be able to participate are not as high as they were last year. And I'm speaking maybe single digits this year. And, you know, last year we ran first week of the season, we were right around 90% of the teams that could play football in the state of Indiana played football, and we're hoping that that's going to be a little bit higher number. And I think that's just a tribute to people knowing how to manage through this. I think the big thing, Bob, this year too is, and certainly I'm not going on here and advocating, I'm not getting into the vaccine debate here, but what I do know is that student athletes that have been vaccinated do not have to spend that period of quarantine away from their teammates if they've been deemed close contact. You know, and I think that's a big game changer. If people choose to get vaccinated or choose to get their student athlete vaccinated, they can get back sooner and continue to play if they're close contact with a positive case.
Well, last year there was such buy-in from everyone involved. I mean, community members, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, moms. You just go down the list, because everyone did their best to ensure that kids could go out and participate, and it will take nothing short of a similar, if not better, effort this year.
It will, and I think our folks are prepared to do that. You know, the biggest thing is you just can't let your guard down. We can't get relaxed. We can't say we're not going to do this or follow appropriate safety protocols based on what the community is dealing with. We've got to stay diligent, and I know we talked about that a lot last year, Bob, and certainly I don't want to sound like an old record that just keeps skipping, but we have to stay diligent, and we're going to keep saying that because that's what gets us through this.
Commissioner, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you for doing what you do to promote student athletes across our state.
I appreciate the kindness. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
We launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
Welcome back to the West Washington Senator football on WWSR. This is the Salem Sports Card Show, halftime show. Join us on October 30th at the Washington County Fairgrounds from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a sports card show, sports memorabilia, and even non-sports cards there. Come on out, and if you have any questions, contact myself at 812-572-1500. Look at the scores around the area, starting here in Washington County. Brownstown over Salem right now, 21-20 in the second half. We found this out as we were looking. Silver Creek and Eastern were canceled there, Bubba.
Yes, I saw.
So we don't that Eastern, like, that's they'll be two straight weeks getting canceled there. Perry over Paoli right now, 14-7. Also in PLAC play, Crawford County 6, Rock Creek 6 at half. Looking at Charlestown over North Harrison, 20-7 right now. And the only other score I've got here, Mitchell up 22-0 over Eastern Green. So you're totaling up a lot here. We've heard a lot.
I'm just trying to get all the scoring down.
So, we look at the drive there, a great opening drive by the Senators as they go down very maniacally, do what they have to do to score very quick, and then kick it off to the man of the hour. I could say, probably Connor Grimes. If you were drawing a way to, really cause some trouble, he's going to be a guy who's going to do it all night long. Now, he's also caused some trouble on some handoffs there that he was able to get to, Jack Dalton, who was able to scamper for 42 yards all the way for a touchdown on that double handoff. They've kept the Senator defense very, very, very on their heels, and it's been a problem because it's not something you typically see. Now, it is a gut check time here for the Senators because Valley's going to be getting this first half kickoff. Are they going to just fold and we're going to have even bigger margin here, or are they going to show some heart and some drive here? That's the question.
Yeah, that is kind of the question, and you're 40-16. It's just all Valley in that second quarter, and I still go back to that. That set of penalties, that was really a momentum changer. And, the young kids from West Washington just kind of really struggled with that series. And, that put the control over to Valley. And then, Spring Valley with a lot of weapons and able to score quick. And, that was just the tail of that second quarter. I mean, we start off the game, and West Washington has a good drive, and Wyatt Johnston with a 10-yard run to put the Senators up 6-0. Chase took it in for the 2-point conversion, 8-0. Mm-hmm. Then the next play from on the kickoff, Grimes able to take it back 80 yards for the kickoff return, 8-6. They kicked it through 8-7. Senators come back and answered, went up. Valley come back and answered as quarterback Chase for them took it and scored from 1 yard out, 13-8. Kick was no good, and then Grimes come back on a 6-yard run just 2 minutes later after Senators had to punt it away, 20-8 with the kick. It was good. Then Kress with that 98-yard touchdown on the kickoff.
I wonder what the school record is for that.
I don't know, but it was deep. I said 98. He was right at the goal line when he caught it. But, and that made it 20-16. So we had a ball game at that point. And, at that point in the game, it was, it was still plenty of time to go in that quarter with 8-10 in that first half remaining. Mm-hmm. And then Valley tacks on 3 more to go up here 40-16 at the half, and still working on the first half stats for West Washington. I don't have Valley.
We're all working here. We talked about Mr. Akers working remotely. It's really funny. He's sitting here updating this as we work. Technology is so crazy what you can do. You can sit here and he can be. I got patched in from home last year during sectional, so lots of great stuff going on there. Looking at a lot of the athletic teams here at West Washington just getting back into the groove of things this week. I know that the cross-country team will be starting their season after it was kind of delayed right there at the start. So we'll have a little bit of – I hope to, Bubba, have sometime during this season some vignettes where we try to highlight some of these other sports around. I got to come out and watch the junior high football last night and junior high volleyball. Great atmosphere. Hey, beautiful crowd, huge crowd tonight, so that's great on this beautiful night here in Campbellsburg. So we're going to step aside for a quick little message from one of our sponsors. Thank you so much for our sponsors. If you would like to become one of our sponsors, please contact Mr. Darren Russell, our athletic director here at West Washington. Thank you for listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
Here at WWSR, we have all the hits from the 80s to today, while also rocking out with some of the classics. There are also exclusive interviews with some of the West Washington's head coaches during their seasons, breaking down the best of the upcoming matchups. And there's more programming to come, so stay tuned with WWSR being available on the school website, Alexa, or your favorite device. And for those interested, sponsorship slots are available.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, we were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
All right, back here live at the half. The Senators trailing 40-16 here on WWSR, the official station of the West Washington Senators here. As you know, it was all Springs Valley in that second quarter, as we talked about, to take this big lead here at the half. And you know, the first half stats for West Washington, and these are totally unofficial because I'm not official, but I'm sure you can catch them there. Mr. Akers will have them for you. But unofficially, I've got the Senators here. Kenton Chase, 3 carries for 10 yards. I've got Roper McFeeters with 8 carries for 56 yards in that first half of play. Ethan Roberts, 4 carries for 45 yards. Wyatt Johnston had 3 carries for 24 and a touchdown. And then also Braxton Sprouse with 3 carries for 25 yards. Chase was 2 of 5 passing the football, 63 yards. A couple of those were big ones, one for 42 that he threw out there to number 33, Grayson McCoy. And then also he had a 21-yarder to Sprouse in that first half. So 2 of 5 for 63 yards through the air for the Senators. So, you know, not bad yardage.
Yeah.
In most games, that's a pretty good stat line for the first half. But, you know, Springs Valley just had quick answers, had quick points, and, you know, they enjoy a 40-16 lead here at the half. And if you're West Washington, like you said, it's gut check. You just got to come out here and work on your stuff. And, you know, try to find some stuff defensively to do to stop the Blackhawks, you know. And like we said, Coach Gibby, one of the best in the area as far as adjusting. We've seen that at Eastern in that first game. The Musketeers had ran the ball really well in that first half, and, you know, the Senator defense come out and was able to make some great adjustments and stop them in that second half of play and get the victory. But, you know, tonight, a lot bigger deficit and, you know, a lot more weapons for Springs Valley. They can just score so quick, you know, with their quarterback and with Grimes, and then also Xander Cook and Jack Dalton, you know, have been able to rack up some yardage as well for them in this first half.
You know, you see a team that is, you know, veteran-led.
Yep.
And you see real quickly what happens there. You see a lot of plays. You don't have those miscues like we talked about. You don't have those. And when you do make those miscues, you have the ability to know what to do in that situation and adjust to it. It's a learning curve, you know. Hey, in this group of Valley, like they said, baptism by fire is what Coach Lowe said.
Yep.
So the good news is if you can come out of it, you can really be successful. I know, both of us have been around other programs and stuff, and we've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also
absolutely.
times where you take your lumps and you come through, and there's times where you don't, and it's like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? And then finally they do. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot to digest here. You have to try to win this half if you're West Washington.
Yeah.
You win the half, and that's what your goal is. Right now you win the quarter, you win the half, you win the drive, that you get the stop. You start off with a stop. That's already in the plus side. It doesn't show up on the scoreboard, doesn't show up there, and that's something we're going to have to work on. Hey, it's going to be a learning curve, and that's something that fans of the program and even some of these players have been spoiled by some of the success that's happened.
Absolutely,
and it's a great thing. I can sit here and count on one hand how many games, that we've lost since I've been here.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it's like what you've talked about, and it as you've been around this program and followed it, and the Senators have enjoyed the same situation that Valley's enjoying right now. They've had these big leads throughout the years, and with a younger team, that's the kind of things we talk about. But I think at this point at the half, if you're West Washington, it's just a gut check. You've got to say, okay, you know what, they took it to us the first half and they won it. We got to come back here. Really didn't win the whole half. The first quarter, we were right there with them. It was 8-7. We had the lead. But that second quarter when things just went array, and I think what you take from it if you're the Senators is the fact that you can't let penalties and things affect your play. Things are going to happen, and you got to deal with that adversity, and you got to regroup and not let your emotions get into the game. And that's what happened at that point, and that was a turning point in the game for West Washington, and I think that's why Valley had the success they had, and our kids lost.
So much of it's mental. So much, life's 90%, 10% of what happens to you. The other 90% is how you react to it. And
you're right, and I think you made a great point. We've got to come out here and try to win this quarter and just, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You got to come out here and you've got to just take your time. The first thing we got to do is we got to kick off the football. Let's get a stop. Let's come out here defensively. I know Coach Gibby well enough to know that he has made some adjustments on the defense to answer some of these things. And I think if we can do that here in the second half, can we win the ball game? Who knows? But we've got to get it one bite at a time, and I think that's the key for these kids.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. That's what's got to happen here for the Senators. They got to chip away. So you got to, it's not made overnight. It's just a piece by piece, brick by brick, and hopefully, you can reload and relocate here as they get set. And what's crazy too? I didn't even think of this, Bubba, is that our JV guys haven't even played yet this year.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Is scary. And that's a lot of guys that are playing some second. I mean, that's where Ethan Roberts cut his teeth last year, and because of some injuries, had to step up and play a huge role, especially in the regional game. And it's like, wow, you think about that, and it also gives some guys some extra snaps.
Yeah, I've got two young kids on this football team as Holloway kicks it off, and this time he'll keep it on the ground, but it'll roll back to Grimes. He'll pick it up at the 25, got a seam, breaks out of it. He's got a guy or two to beat. He dances around and gets past him, finally tackled from behind.
Ooh, I thought that ball came out for a second.
Looked like it did there for a second, but number 11, Johnston, again with a great open field tackle. Him and Kress there to make the hit. But
like you're saying, the young guys haven't got to play yet.
No, they haven't. And, it's like you said, a learning curve for them. But another great return by Grimes, and I still wonder why we're even kicking the ball to him.
I know.
That's the one thing that I don't like.
I would take that ball in the 35.
Yes, I would kick it out of bounds and let them start down there and see what they can do. But Valley back on the field offensively, and we just got to get a stop here if you're the West Washington defense. Chase will set his offense, and he'll take the snap on first down, keep it himself, goes up the middle, and he's going to dance around. Oh, my goodness. And that will be a penalty. Yeah, that's a face mask. But I don't think that was an intentional face mask.
No, he came across.
Sprouse just come up to make the hit, and it kind of got a hold of that helmet and pulled him down. But
somewhere Dick Buckus is going to roll over in his easy chair saying, hey, call that a foul. But unfortunately, it's one of those things we're looking for. But that was straight out of WCW Monday Nitro there.
Personal foul face mask against the Senators, so that'll tack on some more. And, you know, it was a good run there by Chase as he took it down to the 25. So
they're going to give him the 5 variety. Yeah. Oh, no, he keeps going.
It's the big one.
It's
He's taking it to the inside the 10 or right at the 10. So 15-yarder. So it'll be first and goal just inside the 10 for Valley. And the things, you know, steamroll just continues here as things just haven't went right for West Washington. Chase will take the snap, handoff 32. Grimes takes it down close to the goal line but doesn't get it in as he's hit it about the 2 and taken down there by the Senators as a couple West Washington players up to make the hit there. Looked like it was led by Roberts. So they'll spot it right about the 4-yard line. So second down and goal here for the Blackhawks as they're knocking on the door again here in this third quarter. Chase with the snap. It'll come. He'll keep it again and get hit. And I don't think he got in. It was close.
I think he's short.
But he's just shy of the goal line, so it'll bring up third down and a couple Senators down rolling around. Hopefully nobody hurt here, but they both went down kind of hard there, and good sportsmanship there by the Valley kids helping Roberts up as he made that initial hit, but then Chase able to roll away from it and get down to about the 1.
Coach Lowry out there with Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway went down pretty hard right at the goal line. He's grabbing the back of his head. I hope he didn't I think maybe he hit the back of his head on the ground.
Like a little bit of whiplash because we didn't have helmet-to-helmet, you know, which is very scary. And
is that – no, that's JG.
That's JG,
Cruz,
the big freshman,
the big sophomore coming out. So third and goal at about the 1. Here's a JG walks off the field. That's a good sign, but he's grabbing his head there. So
Christie, our athletic trainer, going to get him lined out there for us.
Chase will take the snap, hand it off, and they hit Grimes. And, man, they stood him up at the goal line, but his second effort just put him in, and he scores again. So Valley, with the 1-yard run by Grimes, will go up 46 to 16 here.
2-minute and 18-second drive there, I think, Bubba, for the
it was
Blackhawks.
Quick,
it was a quick strike here. They're gonna...
And Grimes started it off with that kick return, and then he's able to score from 1 yard out. So 46 to 16, and the kick is up 47 to 16 here as we start the third quarter of play, and you know, just really kind of getting away from the Senators here as they just haven't had an answer defensively for this Potent Valley offense, you know, and we talked about it in the pregame.
Yep.
You know, they put up a lot of points and a lot of yardage on their first 3 opponents, and they're doing it again here tonight. And West Washington just doesn't have an answer right now.
They've got they're right now West Washington kind of like we talked about that old college dorm room looking for some food, and there's nothing there right now, and that's what they're going to have to try to get something going here.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I don't know that as they reload, hopefully their mental capacity is there that you can make these plays. As we see JG Cruz is getting some attention to that back of his head down there.
He's still grabbing the back of that neck, and I'm not sure what happened.
You never want to see that, and that's like especially with the helmet on. Looks like maybe a little bit of whiplash of sorts.
So McGee will put it back into play, and it's 47 to 16 here as we are at 10:42 to go here in the third quarter, and Valley just rolling right now. Deep kick for
That's a fair catch call.
Catch called at about the 15,
Grayson
14-yard line. McCoy. And kind of he had time, but I think he thought that was high, and he just better fielded it. And maybe not a bad play by McCoy to just pull it in.
Well, you also in that play, you also know what's going on in front of you.
Yeah.
So before you take your eyes, you're looking and then you're gathering it. Did he not see him have any blockers in front of him?
He may not have, because that was a high kick. It got up into the lights, and at that point, it's probably a smart move by McCoy as he takes it in, and the Senators will start first and 10. At about their own 14-yard line for this drive. So just got to work on your offense here and see if you can't, put some more points on the board.
And the Senator line's got to get moving. Mr. Akers always talks about the line being the key to the game. He's right. You got to have the line going here.
Chase will take it and hand it off, and it's going to be a loss on the play as they go backwards.
Yeah, snuffed
back
out there.
To about the 8-yard line there. As they hand it off to
it looked like McFeeters there.
McFeeters, yeah. He went backwards on that one.
And that's where Valley
had pressure.
Yeah, the pressure was right where it needed to be.
So second down now and about 17, back at about the 5-yard line. So we'll see what the Senators can do here as they'll set things up out of the gun. Chase back there to take the snap, sets a man in motion. That's Kress. They'll pitch it wide to Hudson. He'll try to take it around that end, and he gets good yardage.
But he still got
almost the original line of scrimmage, a gain of about 6. But it'll bring up a third down and about 11 now, I believe, for the Senators. Make it third and about 12 as Hudson made that run. So the Senators just not getting much going here, and they got to just work on things offensively and just keep playing the game here. Third down and 12 now as Chase will take the snap out of the gun. He'll turn, fakes a handoff to Roberts, keeps it, wants to throw. He's got a man out there, and the catch is made.
Emery makes the catch.
Nice catch there by Emery as he pulls it in right at about
man, this spot's going to be huge.
23 or so. It's going to be close. I believe it's just barely short.
Yeah. So
fourth and about 1 now.
Hey, I think you go and you just go and you.
I give it to Roberts. Just let him get a yard here.
And that's why Ken is hurting him. He's mad at himself. He shouldn't be. It's all right. He can't do anything about it.
It's a good throw.
Good throw in pressure to make that.
Cross your body, and great catch there by the Senators. But fourth and 1 now for West Washington at their own 20 or about the 31. They'll hand it off, and it'll go to Roberts, and he'll get it. As Roberts takes it across the 27 out to about the 29-yard line. So Roberts with a 2-yard pickup, and the Senators with a new set of downs here.
There you go, and that's what that's what you get. You get a chance here. Can you get another first down? Get another first down. Sustain a drive. Just keep it moving here. As they're going to huddle up here. This is the first time I've seen them huddle up there.
Usually we don't, but
so something there.
Chase, made a great throw there on third down, and Roberts getting the carry on fourth down to get the new set of downs here. So split backs this time. He'll take it, keep it himself. Kenton will come here to the right side and go out of bounds there, about the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got any gain on the play.
No, everybody got out of that. Thankfully, a couple lookout blocks there got hit right up as they were trying to block McFeeters.
Actually lost a yard back to for the Senators. So to bring up second down 11 back at about the 28-yard line. So a loss of 1. And they'll set up here, receiver wide to each side. Chase with McFeeters in the backfield. Snap will come. He'll turn, keep it himself as he rolls out. He's got pressure. Gets away from it, though, at the last second. Now breaks another tackle. Goes to the left-hand side towards the Valley sideline and goes out of bounds after picking up about 3 or 4 yards as he makes a play out of it. He could have been hit for a big loss.
Here's something that's down, number 42 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
Jake Dalton.
Oh, is it Dalton? Yeah, it is Dalton.
He went down and grabbed his knee, and that is not a good sign because he is grabbing his knee. Okay, hopefully it's a cramp, it looks like. So he went down. He was grabbing his knee, which is never good. It seemed like, and I bring that up because when you've got a quarterback running, there's a lot of broken ankles they get.
4-yard pickup there by Chase, so makes it third down and about 7 now for the Senators as they shuffle some guys in and out.
And Bubba, a lot of kids don't stay hydrated enough on these cool days. They do on the hot days, but they get down here on these really cool days and don't know what's going on. They don't want to take care of themselves.
You're right. So it'll be third down and about 7 now for the Senators.
A lot of heat coming here from the Valley D. They're going to bring the house.
Chase sets up out of the gun, takes it, turns, draw plays. They hand it off up the middle. Roberts, he breaks the tackle. He's at the 50, the 40, the 35 before he's drugged down from behind. And a great run there by Ethan as he took it up the middle as kind of a quick draw there. They kind of delayed the handoff, and Roberts able to pick up good yardage as he gets 36 yards on that carry.
Yeah, I had the camera moving a couple extra yards down the field. I thought he was breaking it all the way.
Yeah, I thought he might go, but he made a great run right up the middle, 36-yard pickup down into Valley territory at the 34-yard line. So Chase out of the gun once again. The snap will come on first down. He sets a man in motion, fakes a handoff, wants to throw, goes across the middle. And looked like 17 did make a hit on Jackson Cameron, but no call on the play, so it'll go incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Yeah, 17 made a hit on our receiver.
Elijah Dixon came up, and it was like, where is the penalty flag on that?
Yeah, he should have got one. That actually wasn't Jackson, though. It was Brandon Emery.
Brandon Emery, sorry.
3 and 5 look a lot alike, too. And he hit Emery before the ball got there, but no call on the play. So 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Chase out of the gun, sets a man in motion, takes a snap, turns, hands it back to Roberts. He'll come back to the left, or actually to the right, and pick up a few yards there on the carry. About a 5 or 6 yard gain once again by Ethan. So
a manageable 3rd down here. I think you might see a quick if you're the Senators, you get up here real quick and try to snap it, go up the middle again.
3rd and 4. Roberts back there. Snap will come. They'll pitch it wide. They get it out to Kress, and he gets hit, but he goes down.
Got a flag down, it looked like, on the sideline.
Yeah, I think one come in there late. That's probably a hold, though, where it was thrown. And that's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play.
And that's
about 7.
And that's what I don't know if you don't go up the middle. They had some guys a late little group there coming in up the middle. So let's see what we got.
So we'll see what the call is, but it was a loss of about 8 yards on the run.
It's a hold against the Senators.
Yeah, I knew that's where the flag was thrown. And that's going to go back, and it'll be a 3rd down and about 15, 16 now for the Senators back at their Valley 40-yard line. So, that play was going nowhere, and then the hold there again, the penalties. That's just something you got to – I don't know how many penalties we've had. I wish I was keeping that stat, but it's been a bunch of them. 3rd down and 16. Snap will come. Chase will roll out. He's got some pressure, got some time, gets away from it, throws, and a high throw, but it goes incomplete there as once again Emery went up for it but couldn't pull it in as that ball went high in there. Actually, that was number 8 that time, Hudson Kress, who went up for the catch and couldn't get it. So it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. Center's going to go for it here. So what do they got?
You don't have anything to lose at 47-16.
Gavin Ball comes in for Jackson Cameron, and out goes Emery. He was the one on the catch. It wasn't Kress.
It was Emery. 3 and 8 there.
3 and 8. There we go.
With that number.
3, 8, 9. They're real close, Bubba. You're all right.
It's hard to tell. But they'll go for it on 4th down, 4th and 16 now. Chase out of the gun. Snap will come here. It does. They'll fake the handoff. He drops back, wants to throw across the middle. Has a man down there, and it's incomplete.
And, that's a great ball by
it was.
Ken. That was a great play, a la Tim Tebow-ish there. He
tried to get it out to Cameron, and it falls incomplete. So Jackson can't haul it in, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
And, I had a conversation with young Holden Russell about a ball that he threw yesterday. I said, the best pass you threw that game was an incomplete pass. He looked at me like, what do you mean? I said, you threw a perfect pass where the only guy who was going to catch it was your receiver.
Yeah.
It was in a very tight pocket. I said, the only guy who was going to catch it right there, it went off his fingertips. I said, it's right where you got to be sometimes. It doesn't always have to be that. And it's those little things that you can work on. And, Ken's trial by fire, we've talked about that, baptism by fire there as we got going on.
So the other Chase back out offensively. He'll hand it off in the backfield this time. Looked like 34, Landon Childers, the ball carrier, as he picks up about 7 across the 45 to the 47 of Springs Valley. So they'll spot it there, gain of about 7. 2nd down and 3 now for the Blackhawks. And they'll set their offense and go again here with 5:58 to go.
And the center defensive line has not had an answer all night for this Blackhawk, front.
Yeah, Springs Valley's done a good job up front as well. 2 receivers wide to the far side. Chase will keep it himself. He'll go off the right-hand side and get a 1st down. Out across the midfield marker into Senator territory at the 48-yard line. So it'll bring up 1st and 10 now as they'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here for Springs Valley. And I'll tell you, I'm impressed with this Valley team.
Yeah, definitely some
athletes. I thought, going into the beginning of the year that, Paoli would have a great team in the PLAC, but Springs Valley looks awfully good here. Snap will come. Chase will keep it. He got hit that time, but he throws a high ball, almost caught.
And Bubba, that's one of those plays that has went the Blackhawks' way.
Yep. That one just sailed on him, but the pressure was there that time, and that's the first time that we have had somebody on Chase in the backfield, and Roper almost got to him, and he did get to him, but Chase threw the ball, and it sailed on him.
Well, he hasn't had to do that all night.
No,
He's been able to hand off right, hand off left. But I'm going to keep it myself.
10. Yeah, he just hadn't had to throw it a whole lot. So 2nd down and 10. Chase will take the snap, turn, hand it off again. Childers, he'll take it off the left-hand side into the secondary of West Washington for another big gain as he rambles about 17, 18 yards down to the Senator 37, where it'll be 1st and 10 again for the Blackhawks with 5:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And, things just really snowballing right now on West Washington.
Yeah, they're in the middle of, my daughter's a big Frozen fan. They're in the middle of one of those Princess Elsa snowstorms right now. And I'm just saying, let it go, let it go.
On 1st down, throws it out there as he gets it out to number 17, Dixon. Catch is made. And he finally goes down right at the 1st down marker. I believe he might be a little short, according to the line judge on the far side. It's going to be a gain of about 9.5, so he's going to be about a yard short. We'll call it a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1 as they move it deeper into Senator territory at the 24-yard line. So Chase getting it done now through the air as he'll set up back there. On a 2nd down and short, snap will come. It does. He'll keep it. Just takes it to the right and gets the necessary yardage plus about 3 as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. So another 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks at the Senator 20.
And Coach Sullivan over there is getting his workout for the Senators, and he's moving those lines and chains, and we've seen that. And unfortunately, this beautiful field here tonight's seen the visiting team move it up and down quite a bit.
Sure have. So 1st and 10 for Springs Valley as Chase will set up there at the 20. Snap will come. He'll turn, hand it off Grimes. Grimes will go to the right. This time good open field tackle as I believe that was 11.
White
Johnston come up to make the hit. Gain of about 3, so 2nd down and 7 at the 17-yard line. Johnston with a good open field
White,
tackle.
a regional, qualifier in wrestling, conference champion.
Yes.
You see those takedowns on the wrestling. That's
He's
why
a great tackler in the open field.
And that's what those two sports, see, they go hand in hand there.
Absolutely. So 2nd down and 7 at the 17 for Valley as they're knocking on the door.
There's double handoff again.
And they'll give it back to the second guy this time. As he'll take it kind of like a counter there, but they kind of just flip it to him.
And that's where I think you almost have to go like triple option, where everybody's got an assignment. Even though you see him and he's got the ball, you stay at home.
You got to stay there. Yeah, our linebackers bid on the first handoff. And
which I'm going to bring up because we go to Paley next week.
Yeah, and they're going to see it.
They're going to see it. Rominger's a great fullback there. And
3rd down now and about 2. So snap will come. Chase will keep it himself and get it down close to the first down marker.
I think he's going to be about half a yard
about
short.
the 10. So they spot him just shy of the 10 at about the 11.
So that'll be 4th and a football.
About 4th and a half yard maybe. Yep. So they'll set it up there just shy of the 10.
So he just calls his number here, and he's just going to go.
Oh, yeah.
He's just
probably
going to. He's going to get it and go right there, right off of this.
Or give it to Grimes.
Yeah.
One of the two. So 4th, and they'll go for it here. Snap will come. They're trying to draw West Washington off sides. Now they'll check to the sideline.
Now they got the play.
Chase
the play is in.
It'll come in. The snap will come here.
It'll be
Chase. They'll give it to Grimes.
Up the middle for touchdown.
And he'll break it, and he gets it in. So another touchdown for Grimes here. He tacks on another one. And, some of this that you see, I think, over the years, West Washington's put it on some teams, and now you're seeing, you know, a little bit of a payback here against this young Senator squad. But
somebody is down there. I can't tell who.
It's a Springs Valley player, I believe.
Springs Valley player there. They are surrounding them.
So it's 53-16 here as they score again with 2:26 to go here in the third quarter.
That's Grimes. He's up. So after everybody gets on the field there, he just got up and look at the score. You look at the scoreboard; it's a lot easier to get up when you're hit hard.
Yeah, when you're up that much.
We always said, you know, in my previous school, everybody wants to play when you're winning by a lot, but nobody wants to play when you're losing by a lot.
Absolutely.
So you have this right here is the Senators are now in running clock territory, which they haven't had since
been a long time.
Been a very long time since both of the
semi-state
back
games. In for the kick, and it's a line drive one that is good. He gets it through.
That thing was as crooked
as
that was
a
dog
about
leg.
As ugly a kick as you can
looks
see.
Like one of my Bubba looks like one of my
matters.
golf plays there. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
All right, back here live at Sanders Field. Valley tacking on another score here, 54-16. The extra point kick was good. So we'll have a running clock from here on out as the Blackhawks will kick off once again. McGee getting quite the workout here this evening as he'll kick.
He might have to ice that leg.
Yeah, he may have to. He kicks another one out of bounds as they're not going to give Hudson another opportunity. I don't think
add to those all-purpose yards there.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's played well here tonight for a young kid.
And you know, Bubba, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
You're the bug, that's right, and it happens. We talked about it in the pregame, you know, and just like we said, there's been so many years here that West Washington has dominated a lot of these Plaque teams, and you know, you're seeing the difference here tonight, and Valley has just dominated this game since the first quarter ended. You know, they've just really took things over, and you know, West Washington young, they've got a lot to work on, a lot to build.
It is. It's something you build. It's not, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and no program. I mean, you can look at this program as a whole of, you know, when Art Sanders started this program to the success and how it took to the point where they were almost ready to shut down the program to, you know, the biggest success they ever had is Robert's going to take it up the middle.
Yep, 1st and 10 there, and he just takes a direct handoff up the gut.
And that's what you look at. You know, you're spoiled. You build, and you find ways. You know, in a single-A school, you kind of reload, and you'll take your lumps. And what you have is the season. This is not like college football where you lose a game in your season, chances are over.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's still a young season, and you know, only our second game. And I think a lot of that, too. You know, we haven't had a lot of practice.
Yeah, we were saying 16 practices is what they said.
4 practices this week, which, you know. 2nd down and 2 after an 8-yard pickup there on 1st down. They get it out in the flat. Catch is made by Emery. Great block right there, and 2 good balls.
Oh, they're going to call.
No way. That was a clean block. That was a great block there by Holloway. Or, excuse me, by 33 who come up. That's Grayson McCoy. And that one was clean as can be. I can't believe that flag comes in. 2 great blocks there on that reception, and that's just a shame because great throw there by Chase and great catch and run there by the Senators, but unfortunately that's going to be a personal foul block, and it'll take it back after the great reception there by Brennan Emery, and great catch and run there. He picked up good yardage, still be a 1st down, but the gain of about 22 is going to take it back to the 50, so it's going to be a completed pass, but only a gain of about 6 yards after the penalty. So 1st and 10 at the 50, right at the midfield marker. And the Senators with a new set of downs here. So I like the pass play. It looks really good.
Yeah, it was. And that's something, hey, you're going to work on stuff.
That's the things you work on.
You do.
Chase with the snap on first down. He'll
Great
draw
fake
it,
by
hand
him.
it off. Yes, it
Yeah.
was. And they take it. Oh, no. Grimes picks it up after the fumble by Roberts. And Grimes will pick it up, scoop, and score as he'll score from 50 yards out. So another touchdown there, and that one just a shame. Roberts lost the ball right there, and they were able to take it in as the third quarter expires.
And when it rains, it pours sometimes, Bubba.
Yes, it does, and everything is going wrong here for West Washington. 50-yard fumble recovery by Grimes.
And it brings it to 60-16.
Yep.
And the Blackhawks are beyond rolling. They've hit that. You know, if we were in the old casino over there, French Lick, they would have hit that progressive.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. That's just a shame because Roberts has played well. He's ran the ball hard, but you know that's something that it looked like his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. I thought. But
I thought the play was over too.
I did too, and I think a lot of the West Washington kids did
kind of
as well.
stopped moving, and Grimes just picks it up, and he just took off like he had a Christmas present he was running to take under the tree.
It was definitely a present, but
yeah.
Doesn't matter what we think. It counts, and
it
the
counts.
kick is up again, and it's good again.
All right.
As they put it through,
61
and a flag comes in there late again. So
let's hope there's
I think that's another one on us. It was
no
kind of a
chippiness.
late hit
You don't
there.
need it. You don't need the chippiness right
Yeah,
now.
you got to have a talk with your kids right now and say, look, we can't have that kind of stuff.
In a game that's 60-16, you gotta sit down and understand. You got to do your job.
Yep.
And right now, because somebody gets ejected right now, you're out for another week. That doesn't help you out any.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't. That's something that you have, you know. And a couple years ago, I was at Eastern with two young men who got kicked out on the last play of the first half, and it was like with 10 seconds left.
And those things hurt.
Yeah.
But there again, you know, a young team, you've got to learn, and you know, you learn by your mistakes. And
it's an ups and downs, and it's been a lot more downs than ups tonight for the Senators. So
definitely has. So we'll go back out to receive the kick here. As the Blackhawks steamrolling right now, 61-16 over the West Washington Senators. And, you know, in years past, these kind of scores have been reversed.
Yeah.
You know, we not talking about that. We just want everybody to understand that, you know, young team, Valley, very seasoned team.
You take your chances and you go. You know, I can be honest with you. That's something that you see when you got your chance. You got to take your chance. And when it's your time, it's your time. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not.
Well, in a couple years when these sophomores are seniors, and even next year, you know, we're going to be a pretty seasoned team because we're going to have a lot of kids with a lot of experience. That penalty will be marked off on the kick. They'll kick from the Senator 45.
Yeah.
So McGee with enough leg here, he'll probably split the uprights.
Yeah, without Chase and without Grimes next year, this will definitely look a lot different there. You know, and you know even 42 Dalton, it'll be a lot of Jack Dalton and of course Childers there coming up, and it's something that you look at. Hey, right now you can't win this. You can't win this game on one play. It's just about getting better. It's about making, you know, trying to add something. If I'm out here right now and I'm a West Washington player, I'm just trying to find a way I can add to my highlight.
Yeah, get better.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you can do. You
that ball's
just
going
go
to be
out
in the end zone.
and get better. That one will
touchback.
go into the end zone. So,
and we're going to step away for a real quick commercial here. You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
And 10 from their own 20 after the touchback on the kick. So carry here on first down by Roberts as he brings it out for about a 3-yard pickup. So that'll bring up a second down and 7 at the 23 now for the Senators, is just trying to work on some things here and try to get better at your position at this point.
Yeah.
So they'll set up here, second down and 7 at the 23. Chase out of the gun. Roberts in the backfield with him as he'll set a man in motion, take the snap, pitch it wide as it'll come out here to Grayson McCoy, and he gets hit. But, that should have been a helmet-to-helmet call there. Boy, we haven't got a flag all night, I tell you.
Yeah.
As he goes out of bounds after a gain up to the 37-yard line, so a gain of 14 there by Johnston.
So as we see the Senators get set here, they're going to be looking to try to get something going here. As Coach Lowry, this is what he's got. We've got actually a Valley player over here getting helped by
he's getting helped
Coach
by
Gibby.
Coach Gibby's helping him out.
Now, if that's not the face of sportsmanship, I don't know
Absolutely.
what is. When you're the defensive coach helping out the other defensive back there.
Yeah,
but Gibby's a classy guy, and that's
Yes, he is. So first and 10 on a new set of downs here for Senators. Pitch goes wide to Hudson Kress. He'll cut it off the right. Good run. Hudson takes it across the midfield marker. Another gain of about 12 yards there.
And Bubba, you brought up, a year later. Think about Kress a year later with his cousin back there, Roper, and and then you've got Roberts. I mean, that's some good stuff you have. There's
absolutely. Next year this is a different football team, and you've got so many sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, which is the exact same thing I said about Springs Valley the past 2 years. I said they've got so many abilities. They won one game last year. They were much better than that. They had just to get it right. And
well, they've done that here. As Coach Lowe's done a great job with them. Snap will come on first down. As looks like he'll try to pass, and he gets it out there.
And he threw that. That's another pass right there. It was to his guy. He got him. Now he had to come under it, and that can be very hard there for Emory to kind of make that play. But
incomplete as Emory tried to catch that thing and pull it in, but a decent throw by Chase.
And if I'm Emory in this situation, I go over. I almost stand like I'm almost out of bounds, and I just the lonely polecat here, and hope that they forget about me. Hope that number 17 there just who am I guarding?
Second and 10 now. They'll set a man in motion. Snap will come. They'll hand it off McFeeters, the ball carrier, as he dives forward across.
And they've done a very good job of keeping Roper under wraps tonight.
Yes, they have. He takes it down to about the 46, so a gain of 4.
So, and that's what Coach Lowe said in that pregame interview. The three-headed monster. He knew that the flex bone was coming from Coach Lowry, and he knew that he had the people to run it.
So they'll set up here third down and about 6 now for the Senators at the Valley 45-yard line. Snap will come back to Chase. It does. He'll pitch it wide as he gets it out there to, let's see, who was that, Chris? Not sure who the ball carrier was. We'll see here.
Yeah, that was Grayson McCoy.
No, it was actually McCoy.
McCoy,
and he picks up about 3 yards, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 3 at the Valley 43-yard line. So
Grayson's that sneaky. He's not super fast, but he can sneak through. He can get skinny,
and he did there.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good on the run. Yeah. Just didn't get enough yards here. So 4th down and about 3 for West Washington as Chase will go back to work, try to convert here and keep this drive going. Shotgun formation. And he'll set up there now. Play clock not in play here right now. Snap will come. They'll turn, counter back the other way with McFeeters. He follows his blockers well and gets a first down as he takes it down to the 35-yard line. So a gain of about 7 there by Roper. And the Senators keep this drive alive as they take it down to the Valley 35-yard line. So they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 with 6:46 to go here, and Valley on top 61-16 here in this one.
So this will be interesting to see this play call with the first down here. Will Chase get a little quick pass play here?
He'll set up out of the gun. Snap will come. He'll fake it, throws it across the middle, a little pop pass as he gets it out there, and the catch is made there by Johnston.
And Bubba, when your running game works, it gives you that little ability right there to have that little bubble of it's not a screen, but like a little area where you can little cushion you can throw it in.
That pass good for 13.
We're not expecting Kid and Chase to be able to throw the ball 75 yards down the field.
Right, exactly.
10 to 15-yard pass.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. And then let your guys do the dirty work.
So at the 20, they'll take the snap on first down, try to go wide. They'll get it out there as Johnson gets hit and goes down.
Yeah.
Loss of about 2 yards, I
And that's
believe.
something Wyatt showed us tonight, and he's now on the Valley's hit list.
Oh yeah, he's right up there with the rest of them.
So hopefully he can come out of that unscathed.
And he's a junior as well.
Yeah.
That's another kid we get back, and only 6 seniors on this team.
Yeah.
So they got a lot to look forward to in the future here.
And this was this group of juniors were the team that I got to coach here. They had a lot of identity issues they're going to have to establish because it's going to be their team and your identity. What do you want as your team?
Second down 12, they'll fake it and hand it off up the gut. Roberts, I believe, the ball carrier.
And that will be interesting to see with Coach Lowry as he progresses with his program, because Bubba, us all too well. Players take on the persona of their coach, and their how they act, how they maintain themselves. I mean, just like when Coach Bowsman was here, that was it was Bowsman ball. They took on
spread it out through the football, and it worked for them. But it just takes a little while to learn this, and
it's
the kids. It's a learning curve, and they're getting
tonight.
there. Set a man in motion on third down, and they'll try to go wide with it.
And that's another time I'm surprised
Hudson
he did
with
not
the
get
tackle.
those guys there. We got a
There's
flag,
finally.
and that's going to be a penalty against us probably because
Sure.
I'm going to say it's on sportsmanlike on us because that is the gentleman in the white hat. It was saying I thought it was a horse collar.
It kind of looked like a high tackle to me, but I'm not sure what
it
the
looks
call
like.
would
We're
be.
moving it back. We're moving it forward. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So
that's one against them.
Okay, it was a face mask. Okay. And I say that because when he went, his head went, and so in between looking through all these many things here, I know as the crowd here in West Washington, very excited.
There hadn't been very many against Valley here tonight, but that one did go against them.
Yeah, if I had a parlay there, or I don't know if I'd hit that tonight on the. See, when we play Valley, I do all these gambling.
I get
if you notice all these gambling things.
That's a good touch, Coach.
I got to try to. I'll have to come up with something for Paley next week. I don't know, a bunch of ski references.
Yeah. Down to the 9, first and goal, and Kent he had a man.
There, yeah.
Just kind of threw it behind him.
Hey, and that's a young quarterback. The play, and you're like, I'm throwing it here and I'm throwing it there. 1, 2, 3, boom. It's almost like when you're playing a video game and you hit the button a little too hard.
That was kind of that Pepsi
yes.
type play that they put in this week, just kind of a pop type pass, and just threw it a little bit behind him so it falls in complete. Second goal
that's
from
all
the
good.
9.
You take those things right now. You give somebody else something to look at on tape in a couple weeks,
So they'll set up here, second down and goal from the 9. 2:50 to go here in the contest. The snap will come on second down.
Yeah,
well, it won't
movement on us.
They'll have movement.
Nope,
timeout. West Washington. So 2:43 in the contest, and the Senators will talk this over here a little bit.
We're going to step away for a quick commercial.
Take a break.
You're listening to WWSR, the official home of West Washington football.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
All right, back here live after the timeout. Second down and goal from the 9. Senators trying to put some more points on the board here before this one ends. Snap will come. Kenton Chase will keep it himself. Goes wide. Got one guy to beat. He gets around him, and he's still skirting out of bounds down there at about the 7 or so. They'll spot it here about the 6. So 3rd and goal from about the 6-yard line here. So we'll see what they can do.
Kid had his own post-game dance there. He was doing the Cupid shuffle. I don't know if you know that, Bubba. To the left, to the left,
I don't
to the
shuffle
right, to
very
the right.
much. Yeah, you're the old DJ.
Yeah,
you know all
that's
that
what
stuff.
he was doing, and he was shuffling to the left and right.
See, as a fat guy, we're at the punch bowl and the cake line. We're not dancing anywhere.
Hey, as long as you get to go to the dance, you're at the dance.
We're in the punch line and the cake line at that point. So 3rd and goal from the 6 now. Chase will set up here. Out of the gun. McFeeder's back there with him, so snap will come. He sets a man in motion. Wants to throw. Gets it down there, and he hits his man. That's Johnston in the end zone.
Yeah.
For the touchdown.
And that's more for as we got a little skirmish after. Hopefully no flags thrown.
Yeah, let's not get one here right after we score.
Yeah, we don't want to be kicking off from our own 5.
So it's good. So the pass complete from 9 yards out. And Johnston with the reception for the score. And the Senators will attempt the 2-point conversion here.
Good ball by Ken there.
Yes, it was. He's threw some good balls. And as you said, he doesn't throw it where it can be picked off.
He's learning the quarterback position.
Yes, he'll keep it himself here on the 2-point conversion, try to throw it, and he does. And almost caught there in the end zone
Hudson
by
had to
Hudson.
go off. Just had to go off.
Incomplete.
And that's the growing pains we'll talk about, and it's all right. If you're going to have it, you're going to go through it. If you're going through heck, don't, just keep on trucking is how the song goes, right?
Exactly.
Don't stop now, you got to keep going. And that's something that the sun will rise tomorrow here in Campbellsburg, Indiana.
Yeah.
It will not
Can't hang your head. You just got to keep working.
And that's what you find. You will find something to work on during this time. And what do you want out of your season, which is what a lot of our guys want to know. What do you want? Do you want this season to go one way, or do you want it to go another?
Well, this is something the kids can learn off of. You got to come back next week. You got a good Paoli team. You're on the road, so you got to go over there, and it's gut check. You got to just work hard and practice this week and work on some things.
Work hard, play hard. I mean, that's how you do it.
See if you can't. Regroup and get things going here against Paoli. But Valley, a sound football team. I mean, I think they're going to make some noise in this conference
and
this
in
year.
The sectional.
Yeah, and in the sectional. They're a potential sectional opponent. So they get a chance to play them again.
And Coach Lowe, how would that be? I mean, he has got a really good group going here. Squib kick off of there. Oh, yeah. Hey, there you go.
Good kick there. Is that Cooper that time that kicked it?
I believe
Holloway?
It was Holloway.
It was Holloway.
I really wish we could have done that to start the game.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Yeah.
But anyway, that one squibbed and Valley recovers. So
I don't know that we'll get another snap here.
Probably won't.
Unless for the first time since 2006, Springs Valley will be victorious over West Washington.
Looks like that's going to be it as the clock will run down here, 61-22.
Final here, and not something the Senators wanted to see.
Nope, 39-point deficit here, and they'll just go into victory formation, take the snap, kneel down, and that's the ball game. So the Senators fall here tonight, 61-22, even their record up at 1-1, and more importantly, Paoli next week. So got to go back to work on the things that we can control, which are definitely the penalties and the turnovers. And the penalty's big here tonight. I still go back to that play on the double penalties. That just kind of broke the momentum. We were in the game at that point. And it just when that happened, it was kind of all Valley from that point forward. So just got to learn from this and get back to work next week and travel over to Paoli to take on the Rams.
Yeah, and that's something we will see. We've had a great night tonight. Bubba, it's been a long night. Mr. Akers, who's been the man, thank you so much for that. we're going to be signing off here shortly, and we just want to thank everybody. Thank Mr. Wolf too, and everybody here. Darren Russell, our athletic director, who does a great job of helping us to get everything we needed here. We were very shorthanded, and I had a lot of key people. So
you've done a great job. I want kudos to you. I mean, you were kind of thrown to the fire yourself here tonight to take things over and
DJ and videotape
and commercials. But you've done a great job.
I'm glad I got somebody who I now see how hard it was for Craig last year. He had to deal with me, and it's heavy lifting that we all do. And hey, the Senators got some heavy lifting to do this week.
Yes, they do.
And they got a little soul searching. It's not something bad, but we'll be back. Mr. Akers, if you hear this, I see you moving it on there. Sign us out, sir, and thank you so much for listening to WWSR.